Sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
So, what does she do? What's the number one thing? Like, how do you start moving? Okay, you have this piece of paper, and she's the executor.
Yeah.
What does she do?
So first, she's got to figure out what you had. I mean, she'll have probably a good idea about that, right? She knows, okay, there's a house.
In that circumstance, of course.
Yeah. I mean, that's why people pick family members so often, is because they're going to kind of know, okay, they have a house here, maybe another one there. We kind of know where they bank. It can be a real investigative issue. Like, you're going through wallets, trying to look at credit cards, and it's like unlocking, okay, this credit card is here. Where's the bank that this money's coming from? And we see payments coming from, Bank of America. Okay, now we know we got to go to Bank of America. So
what do you do in that case? So take something that simple. You know your parents or whoever it is banked with Bank of America. How do you go to Bank of America and go, hey, Marc Mager and Brenda Mager, they passed away. Yeah. I need to know what accounts they have. It should be in this trust, really. And most bank accounts aren't going to be in the trust, are they?
Minor accounts, like if people have checking accounts that have maybe $10,000 in them, a lot of times they do leave them outside the trust because it's below that $86,000 threshold, and it's just too much of a pain for them.
So how do you get to those?
That's the small estate. So she can use the small estate affidavit to get the non-trust stuff, but then as a trust, she's maybe showing people the trust agreement. You usually create a short document saying, I am the trustee, I am accepting the position. Just because you're nominated as a trustee doesn't mean you have to do it.
Yeah, of course.
And then you let the beneficiaries of the trust know.
Well, you could go after your enemies if you could simply make someone do it.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yes, yeah. It's that's my joke. Is like people name their favorite child as the trustee. I'm like, name your least favorite child. It is not a fun job.
So she goes to the bank, she brings whatever document, and then basically they transfer the money.
Maybe. I mean, it's funny. You'd think that the courts are enforcing this. It really is the banks. They all have their own processes and procedures, and there often is a little bit of a back and forth, and fill out this form, and no, it's the wrong form, or whatever else. So,
are you literally toting around at this point a death certificate to prove they passed?
I've been told many, many times, like, get way more death certificates than you think you're going to need, because everyone wants one.
God, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, and then basically the trustee at that point does what? So they gather all the information, they look at all the bank accounts, they look at all the retirement accounts, they look at all the property, they look at everything. And then what do? They contact whoever's in the will or in the trust?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful, because part of this is paying bills, right, and closing accounts and making sure any creditor claims are addressed correctly, because you don't want, I mean...
And you got to advertise in the paper, I assume? Is that still a thing?
In a process, you got to do that. In a trust, you have a little bit more control over how you do that.
Okay. Hold on real quick while we're talking. Hey, Stephen, what's your question for Dan?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good. How are you, man?
Good, and congratulations. Chopper Tom on beating pancreatic cancer. You're the only one out of 30 that I've known. Just amazing.
It is amazing he did that. What's your question?
Aviation medical. My question for Counselor Dan is, it's been brought to my attention that if you have kids, and I mentioned this to your call screener, you should have, and we've already done this from us to her, but you should have a durable medical power of attorney from her to you in the event she's in some type of accident where she's unconscious and there's nobody to sign the consent.
Yeah, but generally, Dan, when we had our trust done, I mean, that was kind of all part of it.
But he's talking about the kid. You should have power of attorney from your kid so you can do medical stuff for them, because people do not realize.
Oh, good point, Stephen. I would have never have thought, if they're not married, of course. I mean, if they're...
maybe even if they are. I mean, it depends. I mean, people don't realize once your kid turns 18, you have no right. Even as the parent, you get calls like they're on your insurance until they're 26. You get calls from the hospital saying, I need that insurance information, and I can't tell you what's going on.
That's wild.
So it was brought to my attention because we don't have that. And young daughter is back in the swamp in D.C. in Rockville. And we already have given both mom and dad a medical durable power of attorney to her.
Got it.
But
not vice versa.
It seems to me that's a pretty good idea to have a medical durable power of attorney from your...
And you know what? That's a pretty simple document to be quite...
It's one of the easier ones. There's templates available. She should get a Maryland one if she's in Maryland. Because that's probably where if she has an issue, that's probably where it's going to arise.
That's another good point, wherever the person is. Hey, Stephen, I appreciate that. That was a good point you brought up, man.
Well, the Persian baby mama thinks, well, no doc is going to let somebody die for lack of a consent. And I don't know. It seemed like it'd be a good thing to do to me.
You know what? You've just made me think of something. It's a little outside the norm, but I talked about this over a month ago. But when you said a doctor might not let him die or, do something they don't want done because there is no power of attorney, there's no instructions, it made me think of this. And people, this is true. If you're an organ donor on your license, I have heard so many times now where the surgeon at the last minute is like, wait a minute, we can't take this guy's liver or heart or whatever. This guy could probably still live. And there's times where I think it's feasible they would have survived, but someone's harvesting their organs. So I had to bring that up. Stephen, I do appreciate that call. 303-713-8255. Look, we've got a botched Las Vegas trip. That's coming up right after the break. Then a problem with jacuzzi bath. I wonder what that's about. One line open, 303-713-8255.
That's just an urban myth about harvesting organs.
I'll tell you. Well, okay, then everybody on CNN, Fox News, and everybody was lying.
I mean, I've heard they lurk and are pretty aggressive. Like the people who harvest the organs are like,
they make money.
But I don't think they're going to let someone die, right. That could be saved because we got an organ issue here, right? So, yeah.
Hey, I'm still an organ donor, but I'll tell you, they had two surgeons come. Mark Shemansky, Genesis Total Exteriors. Mark, what is going on with you, man? How are you been doing? I haven't talked to you for a while.
Doing really good there, Mark. I tell you, the season's wrapping up, and we always get a lot of phone calls this time of year because people say, oh, gee, the weather's changing. They get a little panicked. Am I able to get things done? And I can tell you can still get things done. We still have time in our schedule, but you need to call us now and get things scheduled if you want to have something done on the outside of your house because the weather is changing. And, that winter's going to be here next before we know it.
And you guys do all kinds of stuff, man. You do roofing, of course. You've been out to our house. You did the paint job. You did some of our siding and some repairs on it. You've worked on our deck. You didn't do our fence because we already had the fence when we moved in, but you do a ton of different fences. And then I'll tell you, I say this all the time, that painter he just got finished doing the interior of our house, but 5 years ago did the exterior, and man, it still looks brand new. He does such a good job. What I learned about painting from your people is the prep work, the taping. That is numero uno. If you can have the best paint in the world, but if you don't prep it right, the job is going to look like crap. Wouldn't you agree?
That's correct, Mark. I mean, I tell you what, it takes a lot longer to prep a house properly than it does to actually paint the house.
Yeah, and I noticed that.
Prep work done.
Yeah, I noticed that when you guys were doing our inside, which was only a couple months ago. By the way, you did a bang-up job on the ceilings. Everything looks absolutely great. And then, Mark, the other thing is you guys will do remodels inside as well. I mean, you can do kitchens and baths and full basements. In fact, I saw a couple detached garage you did for some callers. Just great work altogether, man.
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything. We're well versed in all different things on a house.
Stucco.
We like to remodel, and we like to do all those things, and we're great at all of them.
Yeah, you are. You've got a great crew, and actually, you've got numerous great crews. Listen, Mark can be reached now. Like you said, some of this stuff, man, with winter coming in, maybe you need siding or stucco or stuff outside. You can still get it done now. 303-679-8509. Give GenesisTotalExteriors.com a call for all your household needs. 303-679-8509. I will do Art of Granite later. It's the same. I'm not going to do another remodeling. Fire it off, though. Okay. Okay, now I got that logged in and done. Oh, let me see what I got done. Dang it, dang it, dang it! Wednesday. I definitely got to do Paul. Fix It's good. I got to do Renew. Genesis is fine. I got to do K&H. And I did Frank. All right, that's it. I just checked those off. And then Dan, of course, today. Yeah, it's pretty wild, Dan, thinking that certain times a year more people pass. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, he must have told you our daughter passed. Is that what you're talking about?
Boy, that couldn't have been more wrong. I meant passed as in died.
Our daughter passed the bar.
Oh, wow, great. That's a better term. That's a better use of passing.
We were in Hawaii, so we get the text at 4 a.m.
Yeah. Oh no, FaceTime.
Oh yeah.
She was crying. She's a prankster. We said, don't mess with us on this one. And then when she's crying, it's like, oh my God.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Great. Such a relief.
Your dog died?
I completely confused Kelly. Our
That's
cat
not
died.
hard.
We lost our cat.
Our cat's dead.
We were talking about Addie passing the bar, and she was crying when she passed it. You're just confusing a couple of different things, but
Okay.
yeah. But our
But
cat
the
died a
dog
few
is
days
still
ago.
alive.
What?
How is there
The dog
4
is
different
still
things
alive?
in one conversation?
Our dogs are
It's Susan.
fine. Our cat got out, and we found her on the property. She was dead.
I feel like I'm in the kitchen with my parents that have 2 different conversations going on.
And completely my fault.
My dad's talking about a TV show. My mom's talking about the neighbor. And yet they have no clue they're on 2 different waves.
Where is here? Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
All right, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. Don't forget, you can always go to YouTube and watch the show within the show. In fact, if you just witnessed or heard what I heard during the break,
It was a little nutty, Mark.
yeah, your brain is spinning. How 1, 2, 3, 4 people can be talking about 3 different things at one time is quite amazing to me. Unless if I'm at my parents' house, where my mother can be in the living room, Dan, and my father can be in the kitchen, and basically it goes like this. Turn that down. Mark's on the phone. What? What? No, I don't want meatloaf again. And it's like and you just sit there and you're baffled, but yet you don't want to actually say anything because then it becomes even more complicated.
Mark, you and I are headed for this. You
No,
know
we're
it.
not.
Yeah, we'll hear all about it.
No, I refuse to go down.
Okay, first of
that
all,
path.
prayers to the cat.
Yeah. Thank you.
I mean,
There we go again. I mean, it's
Was
like
it Addie's
I'm on a
cat?
totally different wave here, and now
No,
we're talking
it was
about our
Addie's
dead cat.
right?
No,
It was our cat.
it was our cat. Her
She was
cat
9
lives with
years
her.
old. Her name was Baby.
Yeah.
And she was dead in our backyard.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing it up during the live show, Kelly. I appreciate that.
All in one piece.
Let's talk about my grandmother that passed away. 303-713-8255. That's this show will go down in history on that one. Hey, Jeannie, what's going on with this trip to Vegas? What happened?
Oh, it was my wedding, and
Oh, wow.
they,
Where did you get married? Like, where?
well, we stayed at the Westgate Casino Resort.
Yeah, I've been there.
In Las Vegas. Yeah, so we asked numerous times for a possible upgrade for just the wedding night, and
Sure.
were denied countless times. Almost felt like we were told we couldn't afford it.
Where did you get married, though? I'm curious. Like, where? What chapel? Was it an Elvis chapel? What are we talking about?
It was a little chapel of hearts.
Oh, that's very cool. Are they still doing the Elvis thing, or they kind of can't do that anymore because all that estate stuff?
Oh, they're doing it. Yep, the couple before us got the Elvis.
So it's like a package. Dan McKenzie, do you remember that? It wasn't long ago. The Elvis, whoever owns the rights to Elvis, I guess, came out and they closed down a bunch of these chapels because they're saying, hey, you can't do that. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Yeah. I thought they shut them down altogether, but they must be paying a royalty on that. But what? So what happened at the Westgate though? So they didn't give you an upgrade. I mean, there's nothing we're going to do about that.
Well, actually, a customer of mine, I'm a painter by trade, and I own a painting company, and they gave us a gift of 3 days of their timeshare, and it was a wonderful room, beautiful. The drains were clogged, and they had to come, like, in the middle of the day and pull a big, huge glob of hair out. It was our first, flaw of the rooms. But to leave that room and go to an upgrade would have had to be, a pretty good upgrade. And I just could not afford it, I guess. But I was never told a price. So, but that's not the worst of it. When we switched rooms to the downgraded room, which I was fine with because that's what we originally were going to go to. And they kept telling me, yes, we can get two in a better room. They were going to charge me like $500, but I was going to do it as a surprise for my husband. And, that didn't end up working because every time I'd go back, they would just totally devastate me and be like, nope, sorry, that room's not available. It's got construction or it's got this or it's got that.
So literally that's why, what would we do now? We don't have a time machine. I mean, even if we could call up and get you an upgrade, I mean, what are you looking for now?
Well, they told me as an owner, because I was sitting in place of an owner, as an owner there, you can't really get an upgrade. So I thought, why would you want to buy timeshare here then? And they
out of curiosity, did you sit down and do a time share pitch on your honeymoon?
No way.
Okay.
Nope.
Boy, that would be. Can you imagine that, Suzanne, if I brought you on our honeymoon and I was like, hey, by the way, we're going to get a free buffet tomorrow if we sit down for 2 hours.
You have dragged me through the timeshare exercise for a couple bucks.
I'll tell you, it is definitely different in Vegas now because they don't give anything. We didn't even get a free breakfast. I mean, for getting married. So they don't, unless you have money, you don't get treated with respect, I feel like. So time goes on, We get into this room. Well, it doesn't have hot water. No hot water. So
did they get it working?
No. He came at 1 o'clock in the morning. We couldn't take a shower. And then the next morning we tested it again. He said he fixed it that night, working on it for about 45 minutes at 1 in the morning. And it didn't work in the morning, so we had to switch rooms. Well, this is what they're calling the upgrade. Well, we went back to the room we came from. Not the exact room, but pretty much the same thing. And
okay.
In the midst of that, in the mix of all that.
I get that you think they suck, but where are we going with this?
Okay. So the bellman comes up to hand us our key. Oh, do you need help? I said, yes, I need help. Please. He didn't account for our bags, didn't take inventory like he was supposed to. And we forgot our stuff in our safe. Just because it was kind of rushed.
Yeah, okay. So you left stuff in the safe, then what? What did you leave in the safe? I'm curious.
Well, some edibles and some marijuana.
Okay.
Totally legal in a sealed bag. It was still sealed.
Yeah, they sell dope everywhere there.
Yeah, it's legal, but I mean, the bag was sealed. It was sealed, and they should have never even opened it to find out what was in there.
Well, okay, so what are you saying? Hold on. Are you saying they opened up the safe and what? Like, when did you realize you forgot to get your dope?
The day before my wedding day, because that was going to be
No. I'm saying you left the room at 8 a.m. When did you figure out there was stuff in the safe still?
Well, I actually I looked all day for my wallet everywhere. So you left your wallet in the safe as well? Yes.
So you left dope in your wallet in the safe.
Yeah, but I didn't even think about the dope. I mean, I didn't even think about it.
But you forgot. You forgot. Hold on a second. I got to take this break. But if I'm understanding this right, the dope's in there, the wallet's in there. You forgot the wallet was put in there, which possibly could be because of the edibles. But I'm dying to know why they went in there and grabbed all your stuff, if they did, and how many days later are we talking? Was it the same day? We're going to find out in a sec.
With that.
So all that backstory, just the station left the wallet in the safe.
The whole story.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're a little late. That's for sure. right, Edna. Just be patient with me. We're going to get to you.
That
as
was
soon
just
as possible,
insane.
Okay? Okay. Hold on.
I
for me.
leave all my edibles to my daughter, Adeline. I leave my favorite bong to my son. That sounds like some wedding, right? Just when you thought we had a non-fancy wedding. That sounds like some hell of a wedding. A friend's timeshare. A friend's timeshare at the Westgate. And Elvis. Oh, Lord. John Fuller, Fuller Law, the personal approach to personal injury. These guys are great. Listen, if you've been hurt in an accident, you want to call John in the beginning. There's nothing to lose. You're going to get free legal advice. Of course, you know, you never pay him a cent until basically he collects the money for you and he gets a part of that. But my goodness, you want one of the best attorneys out there, you call John. I'll tell you why. Both times that Suzanne and I have used him, guess what? 100% policy limits he got for us in both cases. He can't do any better. And any questions we ever had during the process, he's right there. You even have his cell phone number. Give him a call with any questions. 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500, or call Fuller.com. Yeah. What do you think? Did you happen to go to Dragon? Did you go to Vegas or a timeshare on your honeymoon? I'm just curious. Kelly?
No.
You did not?
No.
You did not propose?
Yeah, we got a Jeep.
You got a Jeep in Vegas?
No, in Aruba.
In Aruba?
Yeah, on my honeymoon. Yeah. And it was really funny. They did like three different.
Wait, you're getting ahead of. You're putting the cart in front of the horse here. You got a Jeep on your honeymoon.
Yeah.
You bought one.
No.
They gave you one.
Yeah.
Huh.
What do you mean they gave you?
Like
Who
a
gave
rental?
You?
You got it as the...
You rented a Jeep?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
we got a Jeep
for the timeshare.
And yeah.
Okay, cool.
I see. You did a timeshare.
Yeah.
And they gave you a Jeep.
Got in exchange, got a Jeep rental.
See, we were talking about the
and a dinner certificate to the restaurant.
Damn. Did you end up buying a timeshare?
Hell no. They did three different things. You had to go through the one, and I said no. And then the second one, Adam was kind of like...
And this is all on your honeymoon?
Yeah, all on our honeymoon. And Adam was like, this kind of says... And I said no. And then
so he was getting a little hooked.
He was.
They're good. Those guys are good. Very interesting.
When we go in, you're always like, don't say a word. I'll do all the talking. I was like, okay.
Dan, we went to Puerto Vallarta when we were in our late 20s, and that's where the timeshare people love you. You're married, and you're around 30 years old. You are their perfect target. Yeah. Perfect. And you own a house. I mean, you are who they can close better than anybody else. So I kept saying, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Finally, they go, okay, you only got to stay 1 hour. And we'll give you $500 US, $500 1 hour. And finally, I said, Suzanne, we're doing it. Screw it. So we went over there. We sat 1 hour. At the end of 1 hour, we got up, got my $500, and we left. It was legit. But I couldn't believe they offered $500 for 1 hour. Puerto Vallarta. They must close.
Again. That was the last timeshare we did.
I think that was probably the last timeshare, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We did a few for like a scuba trip, like what she's talking.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Kelly.
We don't do it. She's on the phone.
I can't hear you all of a sudden.
The thing about it was the third time when we got to the third person.
Yeah.
They cut the price.
Oh, of course
they do.
Yeah.
Were there people at the other tables toasting with champagne?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, welcome to our new owners. Bring out the champagne, baby.
Yeah, and I basically said, no, just give me the certificate for the Jeep and our dinner.
Yeah.
And I was very
Well, I'm glad you guys didn't buy one. A lot of people do end up.
No. I don't spend money.
Where do you guys think Jeannie's going, though?
She probably is missing her weed.
Jenny.
I bet
Jenny.
she got her wallet, but is missing her dope.
Weed. Yeah.
She's missing her gummies and doobies.
Okay, first of all, the fact that I did not see this call going there. She said she had a botched Las Vegas trip on her honeymoon.
Yeah, it is botched. If you lose your weed in Vegas, it's botched.
I don't know.
I'm assuming she didn't hit one of the slot machines for $100,000.
Or the what's the roulette wheel? Roulette.
It's the wheel on a roulette table.
Yeah. She didn't do that either.
No.
Oh,
that's fun.
Crime and punishment.
I'd like to live in your brain for 4 minutes. What's the name of the roulette game?
You would probably implode, Mark, if you were there for 4 minutes.
Do you think we're made up so different, Doc? And I don't care, like, if you and I switch brains for 10 seconds, do you think we're so different, just as humans in general, that you wouldn't even understand? I believe you wouldn't even understand what the hell's going on.
Service at home, servants at heart, Plumline Services.
All right, 303-713-8255. By the way, don't forget, Dan McKenzie's here. Any questions on wills, probate, trust, anything, we want to hear from you, and we'll be talking about that, of course. I got to go back to Jenny, though. Jenny, so let me just recap real quick. So you guys go to Vegas to get married. You're basically having your honeymoon there. You're at the Westgate. You had a lot of problems with the rooms. They moved you around a few times. You didn't have hot water. They wouldn't give you an upgrade. I get all that. But you went to change rooms, and your wallet you had in the safe, and your edibles you had in the safe, and they moved you to a new room. So the next question is, when did you realize that stuff was still in the safe? That day, the next day, when?
It was the next day.
Okay, so the next day, that's cool. The next day, I assume you're still at the Westgate, just in a different room, and you go to the hotel front desk, or you go somewhere, and you say, hey, I left this stuff in the room, and then what happens?
Well, no, I actually called down, my fiance then, husband now, called down there and asked them if someone had returned it, because we thought maybe it got dropped out of a bag. We never thought about the safe, because each one of us thought that the other checked it. And they said, yes, we have your wallet.
Oh,
but
good.
They didn't mention anything about the edibles. They didn't mention anything about anything that was in there.
Okay, so they had your wallet, though.
Yes, they had my wallet with my credit cards. It didn't have any identification in it because I had it.
Got
but it had credit cards with my name on it, and the room was still in my name.
Okay. Well, that's fine. So they had it. The security people had it. So did you go get it? Is that part good? Are we only missing the weed?
Well, no. In my wallet was a good luck, a gift from a friend. I collect dollars, notes, and coins. And it was a 1981 A series $100 bill, old. And it was a good luck charm. They kept it, and...
You mean someone... Are you saying some employee of the Westgate... Where did they find your wallet?
In the safe, locked.
So in the safe lock, they found your wallet, and in between the time that they found it and then that you picked it up, we're going to have the maid possibly or security. I don't know how the Westgate works, but generally they do. They reopen the safe. I don't know if that's the maid that does that. I don't know that part. But if the safe's closed, someone's got to open it and touch it. Then it's generally going to be brought to the security office. And so 1, 2... and who knows how many people can touch it there. So it's almost impossible to prove who would have taken it. I mean, did they acknowledge the $100 was gone? What did they say?
They didn't acknowledge that it was. They gave me a claim ticket for $200, which I didn't even get a receipt for. I handed her.
What does that mean, a claim ticket for $200?
I had to go downstairs to the cashier and get 200 of their dollar bills. But really, there was 300 in there.
Wait a minute. So they literally, you said, hey, wait a minute. You said there was a $100 note from 1981 in there. How much money was actually in your wallet?
$300.
$300. So all 300 was gone.
Yes.
And why did they give you 200 and not 300? I don't. If they're willing to give you 200, why wouldn't they just give you the 300?
Seems like somebody must have pocketed my lucky one.
Are they? Wait a second. Hold on.
That doesn't exactly answer the question, though.
No. So the money was missing, or was $200 still in your wallet?
No, I had no cash.
Okay, no cash in your, listen to me, no cash in your wallet, and you tell them at the hotel, hey, I had $300 in here. And they say, okay, go get $200. That's where I'm getting lost.
Yes, very much, yes.
That's how it went down.
That's exactly how it went down.
Then why wouldn't they give you $300 if they're willing to give you $200?
Why wouldn't they give me my sealed bag? They threw it away, they said.
Please stick with me, Jenny, just on the cash. I really don't understand. If you said, hey, there was $500 in there, would they still have only given you $200? Like, do they have a policy where the most cash they're going to give you in a situation like this is $200? I don't understand such an arbitrary number. Why? What did they tell you?
They told me that's how much money was in there, and that, it's my word against theirs.
Okay.
How would they know?
Yeah, do they go through the wallet and take the money out? Then they log somewhere there was $200 in it. Is that kind of what happened?
I don't know. I've requested a log many times, and I've failed to get any kind of response.
So we're looking for, here's how we can help you. You want us to call up and try to get you $100. I mean, is that where we're at? Let's just get there.
I want my $100 bill, my 1981.
Well, I don't think I can find you a 1981 $100 bill. I just think that's going to be impossible. I don't even know how you would ask for that. What is the value of that? Are you saying the value of that 1981? I understand it's good luck to you, just like a rabbit's foot is good luck to some people, but the value of a rabbit's foot is worthless to everybody else. I would assume that $100 bill's worth $100, right?
No, it's very rare. It's worth about $800, $850.
So I don't think they're going to do anything there. I mean, if that was your house and this was an insurance claim, they'd be giving you $100.
Yeah. And that's why didn't they just call me and tell me my safe was, come get your belongings out of the safe? They had to actually call a locksmith.
Well, I'd tell you this because your license wasn't in your wallet. You even said that. So what are you looking for? I'm going to have Deputy Doc, who's sitting next to me, call up the Westgate and see what he can figure out. But what are we exactly looking for? $100? To ask for a 1981 $100 bill is not going to happen.
Well, I just want what was... I put my stuff in the safe thinking it was going to be safe.
Jenny, I get that, but you also left it in the safe and left the room for over a day. So, I mean, that argument, if someone broke in there in the middle of the night and opened the safe up, this would be a totally different story. But they don't leave that safe, closed forever. The next people that are in that room have to use it. So I'm going to ask you again, what would you like me to have Doc call up and ask for? Is it simply the $100?
No, I'd like my edibles back that were in my bag.
They're not going to have your edibles either. How much were the edibles worth?
$200.
You had $200. I don't know anything about dope. Is that normal, Kelly?
We don't really buy it very much. It was a...
Excuse me? Where are you asking?
How much are... Honest to God, you bought some edibles for Tom. When he was going through cancer, you bought some. How much are edibles?
Yeah, but that was different because it was these really low dose, 1 milligram
THC,
with other stuff in it.
Okay.
So it was all a mix. So that's way different.
These were meant for, my husband is a veteran that served 21 and a half years in the Army and retired as an E9. We were going to celebrate that with trying to get rid of his pain.
I got Jenny,
by the way.
So $200 in edibles and then $100 in cash. If we can get you an additional $300 from
my wedding night back.
Well, I can't. Oh my God, Jenny, I can't call up there and get your wedding night back. You know that.
Well, maybe they should get their policy straight because I called up there afterwards and asked them what they would do. Gave them the same exact scenario. They said they would contact me right away and let me know that the things are in the safe. And it says in their policies that the bellman is to check the safe. He's not even allowed in the room.
Okay, hold on. Here's where we're going with this now. Get her information, Kelly. Doc, call up the Westgate and see if you can get them $300. I mean, there apparently is $200 worth of dope and a $100 bill. $300. I don't know. I can't get her wedding night back. I can't do it. I swear to God, if I could do that, I wouldn't be doing this show. If I could literally go back in time, I'll tell you what I'd be doing. I'd be living in Las Vegas and going back 3 hours on every football game that was ever played, and I would make Elon look like a pauper.
Or just buy NVIDIA stock.
All right, Jenny, we're going to go ahead and escalate your situation to one of our deputies. His name is Ken.
Holy moly, she's tough.
And I have your...
So I have a question. Bitcoin is now up to $125,000.
Yeah.
Is anybody actually buying it at that price?
Well, I would assume they are for sure, or spending it at that price. Like buying cars or whoever accepts a Bitcoin, I think was about everybody now. With those ATMs, you just walk up and get money out.
So I don't think you can get $125,000 out of a Bitcoin kiosk.
Brad O'Brien, he is an attorney that we have on the air all the time. He is an absolutely wonderful guy. Anything to do with real estate, residential or commercial, he is there to help listeners and callers all the time. I'm going to give you his phone number in a second, but maybe you are an unmarried couple buying a home together, or you have contracts for a purchase price you want someone to double check, or you're buying a new house, or you're a landlord and haven't updated your lease in Colorado. There's a lot of different things. Property line disputes, easements. I think you get the idea. You call Brad, 720-370-7388 or OLSlaw.com. Now, Integra, guess what's coming up on the 15th? Medicare open enrollment. Medicare open enrollment. You only have a small window each year, and there is so many changes this year, it is going to blow you away. I'm not kidding. I don't care if you've had the same plan, the same supplements forever. You need to call up, understand about the changes this year. I promise you, these guys are advocates. They're only going to steer you in the right direction. They're going to explain all the changes. Call them now before open enrollment. 303-466-5500. It's imperative. Once again, massive changes this year. 303-466-5500 Integra. Lord, I can't believe that lady. Did you get her info for Doc? Doc, see if you can...
I was usually texted to me.
See if you can even get through to him. You know what I'd do? I'd call up front desk at Westgate, and I'd ask for security. Say it's about something that was left in a safe. At one point, Westgate had the largest sports book or television. I read something about that. And by the way, it was a $2 billion wedding industry, the Elvis. And in 2022, Authentic Brands Group, ABG, which manages Elvis Presley's estate and the rights, sent cease and desist letters to multiple chapels around the country. And that's basically why that industry went down. So they basically have to license that now, or else they're going to go down. What's interesting, when did Elvis die? Like 75 or something? They let that go on so long.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, it's like, if you waived.
Yeah, that's interesting.
There's the right to make that assertion.
Maybe what happened is that Authentic Brands actually maybe purchased it at some point, and they didn't, and then they started looking at it. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe we should renew our vows at one of those places.
Oh, here's what they are asking for now. It led to a closure, unwilling to afford license fees. They wanted, okay, this doesn't actually sound bad. They wanted $20,000 a year, and you can use the rights at a chapel. That's not a bad deal. $20,000 a year. I mean, I don't know how much you get for a wedding at an Elvis chapel, but maybe that is a lot. How much do you think? I should have asked her how much she paid for the Elvis wedding. Damn it! Now I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Freaking. Well, I'll tell you this. When our big 50th gets here in another 18 years, I'm pulling out all the stops.
By then, there'll be an artificial Elvis, an AI Elvis.
We're gonna party like it's 1999.
Like it's 1993.
We're gonna do three timeshares. We're gonna buy more edibles than anybody's ever seen. Can you imagine? Our lights are looking great. They're not quite done yet. They should be finished today. They are awesome.
Because we need to light it up orange for Swift tonight, for Taylor Swift's album.
Yes, of course we do.
Like
or light them up
and
red for the devil she is.
It can blink all the era colors.
I was reading some stuff online. There's people that think she is Satan.
Well,
it's possible.
They need to get a life.
If you were Satan and you were trying to take over the world again,
you would go through Taylor Swift.
Wouldn't you
like
become
the
Taylor Swift?
Goddess ever.
Brainwash all the youngsters. Yes, Kelly, I can't wait to hear the words of wisdom.
What's up, girlfriend?
Get him on the air, Kelly.
I don't know if Mark.
Like what?
Oh.
No idea. When you want to talk about it.
Oh, this is just crazy.
The Where is here. Denver's talk station, 630 KL.
My brain hurts after that last call. Deputy Doc's in the other room calling up Westgate. He'll get through to security and kind of figure out what's going on. I still don't understand why they gave her $200. I really tried to. Suzanne, do you understand why she says I'm missing $300 and $200? I think what they were saying is they always look for cash in the purse or wallet for whatever reason, and then they document how much, and then they gave her the $200. So they gave her a credit to go down to the cashier, the cage, and basically get to $200.
That story was confusing, Mark.
I wonder if marijuana played a part in it.
She said she's walking around with a missing wallet all day, and then she said she had her license in her pocket. And
I kind of understand that because when I'm on vacation, as you know, I take that little mini wallet where I put maybe $100 and then I put, shut up. Oh my God. She just made me think of something.
Oh,
Dan,
boy.
I'm going to tell you.
Mark is turning red as we.
While we were in
hear
Hawaii,
about the mini wallet.
I am going to, after this break, let me go to Edma real quick. But is it Edna or Edma? What are you putting up there, Kelly?
Edma.
Edma, what is going on with this jacuzzi bath? Just real quick, and then I'm going to come back to you first. Edma? Are you sure it's Edma?
Yeah, Edna.
Edna, thank you. Thank you. What is going on real quick? Like it's broken and you can't get it fixed in one sentence.
They installed a 2-inch pan when I requested a 4-inch pan.
I got it. Hold on. We'll dive into this right after this. I promise you're up first. 303 Martino, 303-713-8255. When I tell you where I lost my wallet next hour,
oh goodness,
you will never believe it. I can't believe I'm actually.
When you said your little wallet,
that is amazing.
I'm just thinking about our little excursion. That was so gross. Are you going to tell the YouTubies on break?
No, not on break. No.
Oh my God.
No.
Well, at least you weren't like Adam and took his wallet scuba diving.
This is much worse.
What?
How can it be?
What are you talking about?
Really, she said at least he didn't take it scuba diving like Adam. I was like, he wishes he took it scuba diving.
Yeah, I do actually. It was horrible. It was horrible. Horrible. So many decisions I had to make. My brain was overwhelmed with what to do. What to do. And no matter what you're thinking, YouTubers, you have no idea. You have no idea.
Well, Adam was such a pussy. He wouldn't even go down for it because there were sharks.
Well, he was in the water diving with them.
Yeah.
But yet he wouldn't go down and get it.
Well, no, there were sharks around. And so I kind of like mimicked him in the water, go down and that's your wallet and your ID and everything to get back into the States. And there was a big ass hammerhead that came around and he
I
was
can't
like,
believe you guys are in the water with a hammerhead.
oh yeah, yeah. And reef sharks.
Yeah, reefs. Cool. I've been in the water with reef sharks.
They're cool.
But a hammerhead's a little different. That's like, I don't like that.
Oh, no. They're cool.
So how did you get back to the States?
Well, in those years, pre 9/11.
Yeah.
We went to the consulate in Aruba and basically said, yeah, my husband's wallet is,
got it,
in Baby Beach and sucks to be us. And they issued an emergency transfer order back to the States.
That's cool.
And then he got a passport, 2 days later. It was really easy.
Yeah, for what it is, it was easy.
Yeah. But we did see a hammerhead.
That's crazy.
I loved it. And a sea snake.
Yeah, we've seen all kinds of stuff, but I've never seen a hammerhead.
Oh, yeah, hammerheads are cool. I would have gone up and petted it. Because, all animals love me.
Yeah, tell that to Mountain Lion.
Well, I don't know about that, but a great white shark.
Or a Kodiak.
A pregnant great white shark would definitely let me pet her. Because she wouldn't be able to flip around and attack me. Listen, I've had, I don't know. I used to work for Discovery, dude. So I've been to, we were talking about this earlier. You guys didn't go to Kauai. Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
That's where Dan honeymoon, though.
You know what? Kauai, every time I have ever been to Kauai, it rained. I've been there 4 times, and all 4 times it rained. It sucked. I was cold. Dragon will say, well, that's because it's you.
That's the thing I say.
How many cocktails have you had today?
None.
Oh, okay.
Why?
That was yesterday for Pat's retirement. She's still hungover from that.
She's still hungover.
Oh, yeah.
Whose retirement?
Pat Woodard.
Pat Woodard.
Huh. I don't know who that is.
He's a good guy.
The news guy.
I know the name.
Yeah, one of the morning news guys.
But he retired, huh?
Yeah.
How old was he?
Ooh, 68?
I don't know.
Okay.
Something like
Old enough to retire.
Pretty soon AI is going to be doing all that anyhow. You guys laugh. You guys, no way it's not going to be.
Humans are going to become obsolete.
Pretty much.
That's what you keep saying.
No, I never said that.
Well, you might as well say that as much as you talk about AI taking over everybody.
Nah, it's going to be just like when people
They can't take over personality, you know? Well, you think they can.
An AI model can definitely learn a personality.
So I never, ever go to fast food restaurants, but now you have like apps where you can just pre-order.
Of course.
And you go up to the drive-thru.
That's been going on for like 10 years. There's nothing new about that.
I'm sorry. Well, I didn't know
My God, Kelly, that's not
layaway for food.
That's
there
like
you go. Seriously, add that
Jack
to the
in the
list.
Box when our kids were 3 had kiosks.
She didn't know you could order for pickup, even though
She's like,
delivery
did you know you can go on the internet on my phone now? Yeah, you act like you're 80.
Oh, this is silly today.
I get offended by that.
Jeez.
I didn't know about it because I don't go eating at fast food.
Did you know there's places that deliver food to you? Seriously, did you know that? There's apps you can go on and go, I want McDonald's. And a half hour later, there's someone at your door with McDonald's.
It's ridiculously
There's also
expensive.
this website where you can buy almost anything, and it'll be delivered sometime same day.
Or next day. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we do Amazon. I know Amazon.
I'm going to go back to the cocktail question.
This is not a Napa. This is not a Napa Auto Parts moment, okay, for Kelly. I do know Amazon.
I don't even think like your average McDonald's has people at the counter unless they bring you the food. You walk in, you put it in a kiosk. Like I said, if I could only get into her head for 8 seconds.
It's a bag full of cats. No.
What would Kelly do?
WWKD. Mr. B says Kelly should talk on the show more often. She's a hoot.
She's a hoot, all right.
News Junkie says Kelly worries me sometimes. She should keep her thoughts in her head.
She worries all of us.
Kelly also likes to use 25 words when 7 will do.
I loved your, I didn't understand your California vernacular. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Vernacular. Isn't that the word she used? Vernacular. Who uses vernacular? And it was like, well, my vernacular is different than yours.
Easier than ever. You can now set Denver's talk station as a preset
Awesome. Doing it now.
on the free iHeartRadio app.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, welcome to the show, the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. Our goal in life is to make your life a little bit better. We've recouped over think about that, $300 million cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds directly due to this show. And real quick, by the way, this hour brought to you by Paul the Waterman. You know, just when I thought prices on water systems couldn't get any lower through Paul, the last one I advertised was like $3,800. It did everything. It would get rid of forever chemicals and soften the water. He's actually got one now. It's water softener. You ready for this? Whole house, $2,500 installed. That's absolutely amazing. We spent with Paul, I think $39,000 or $4,000 a couple of years ago on ours, and it's flawless. It works perfect. And at the time, it was at least 50% lower than the competition that I shop. So his prices are low. But $2,500 now, there is no reason you wouldn't get a water softener if you live in Colorado at those prices. Go to waterpros.net. That's waterpros.net. Now, we're going to go back to Edna, but I got two lines open, 303-713-8255. You need help with a contractor. You need help with a landlord. You need help. And then in studio with us today, which is great. I love when we have attorneys in so you can pick their brains. But Dan McKenzie, and you can actually check his website out, coplans.co, but he can do a trust for you. Will, speaking of that, and I know I've asked you this in the past a lot, Dan, but when do people really need to start thinking about a will or trust? When they get married, when they have kids, when they have any assets? And I mean, like, really, what is the first time people generally call you? When they turn 21? I mean, what?
That'd be rare. But I think that the thing that triggers most people is either going through an event where they have to administer someone else's estate.
Oh, good one.
Or if they have somebody relying on them, that they was not, right? If they have a baby.
They get married.
Yeah, they get married. You have an elderly parent. Yes, it's someone living in your house that was not there before. You got to kind of think of that. That's a frequent source of conflict when we have to administer estates, is people in houses that they don't own.
And then when people change, their life circumstance changes, for example, a divorce and a remarriage, that could be a big trigger to update stuff, right?
For sure, because you're retitling stuff. And anytime you retitle things and try and figure out, well, who am I designating as my beneficiary? Who's going to be the co-owner on this? Who should have access to it if I need help?
I called you for advice on a call on air probably 6 to 8 weeks ago, and I'll never forget this. There was a divorce, and the husband eventually passed away, and the new wife lived with the husband in the house, and the son ended up getting nothing. He thought he was going to get everything, but the wife, the new wife, actually ended up getting everything. There was 2 copies of the will. One was old, one was new when she moved in, and he had no idea. He had no idea what to do. And honestly, after you looked at everything, there was nothing he could do. There was a newer will. And even if the father's true intention was for him to get half of everything, it didn't even matter. I mean, that probably happens more than what people think, huh?
Yeah. There's things you can inadvertently do. Like, you can inadvertently get married, We have people who aren't sure whether they're married. You'd think that would be pretty obvious, but that's not
crazy.
always. We have people who inadvertently create wills by writing things down and saying, hey, I give this to you.
And they write it down, they sign it,
they date it. It's like, well.
And it's legit if there's nothing else out there.
Arguably. Obviously, the person who would have gotten it, if that thing didn't exist, is going to say, well, no, it isn't, because of who knows what reason. But,
it's crazy. Any questions you have for Dan, you can call 303-713-8255. Free legal advice. Come on, think about it. It's great. Any question you have there. Hey, Edna, so you bought a jacuzzi bath, and you said that the installer put in the wrong size shower pan. Is that correct?
Yes.
So when you say the wrong size shower pan, you wanted a larger shower?
What they do is if you put doors on, you have a 2-inch pan. If you want a shower curtain, you get a 4-inch pan so that the water doesn't flow out.
So what's happening? What is the issue? Is the water flowing out?
It will if I'm not real careful. The first time I showered, I had about 6 inches of water out onto my bathroom floor.
When you called up the installer, who actually installed it? Did you order it off of a TV commercial from Jacuzzi directly?
Yes.
And then they send out a local guy.
Right.
Who was the local guy? Who's the contractor?
It was Midwest Bath through Colorado Living.
So when Midwest Bath came out and sees or hears you complain how the water's coming out, and you point out you're supposed to have a different size pan, what do they say?
Well, they didn't come out.
Okay.
And when I called, I think I was Jacuzzi, I complained. They said they would start a ticket. They did not give me a ticket number or anything. I even called back later realizing that.
How long ago is this, Edna?
They put the shower in on the 18th, and I couldn't try the shower until the 20th.
So you've only had this shower, you've had it less than 2 weeks in operation, right?
Well, right.
Okay. So.
It was an operation on the 21st.
Yeah, okay.
Or the 20th.
That's like 9 days ago.
No, this was July when this happened.
Okay. Well, when you're I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but so you've had it for a few months and it does leak multiple times. You've contacted them. They say they're going to do a ticket, but that's all that's been done. Is that correct?
Well, yes. And then I've been calling these 2 months.
But Edna, let me just ask some very point blank questions. Has anybody came out? I think you said no, right?
No.
Is it in the works that they're going to send somebody out, or you simply just don't know?
They're not communicating with me.
Okay, now when you say they, are you talking to Jacuzzi or are you talking to Midwest Bath?
Okay. This is hard to explain. I have a tankless heater.
Yeah.
I have issues with temperature.
Okay.
They sent out a guy to deal with the temperature.
Okay, but we're not.
He didn't even say anything.
We're not talking about that right now, though. I want to stick to the problem with the tub. I don't care if they sent somebody out for something else. I don't care. Midwest Bath is the one that installed it. They have not been out to fix it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You're right.
Who did you deal with at Midwest Bath? Like, who do you deal with if you call and leave a message? Is there one person? Is it your sales guy? Was it the installer? Who are you dealing with or attempting to deal with?
Well, actually, it's turned over to Jacuzzi because of my complaint, and it's Aaron Lincolnstein.
And that person is with Jacuzzi.
I'm pretty sure she
Do you
is.
have that? Do you have Aaron's phone number, Edna?
It's on my phone, and I can't get to it while I'm talking to you.
Okay, hold on a second. Here's what I want to do first of all. Do you know anybody at Midwest Bath? Do you have a contact over there?
I have their phone number, but I haven't got a direct contact to them.
Okay, hold on. Kelly, or Dragon, have Kelly pick up. What I want from her is for her to look on the phone. I want the 2 contact numbers, and when Kelly gets some time, I want Kelly to try to reach out to both of them, and let's get a comment on this and get this thing fixed. This seems pretty straightforward. If Jacuzzi's saying it's supposed to be a 4-inch pan if there's doors, or a 2-inch pan, whatever she was saying, if that is correct and that did not happen, someone needs to fix something. Someone needs to fix something. Now, I'm going to take a quick break. Sarah, Patricia, do we really have 2 Patricias up? Is that possible? I guess so. Everybody hang tight. We got a question for our attorney, Dan McKenzie. In fact, real quick, Sarah, give me an idea of what your question is so Dan can think about it over the break.
Yes. I am power of attorney with another person on a trust, and the trust is 2 years ago was diagnosed with dementia at a memory care
facility
unit at Kaiser.
Okay.
And his daughter had me removed from the power of attorney and took him to Seattle.
Okay, hold on. Wow. That sounds heartbreaking, and I'm not quite sure where we're going. Did she have the right to do it? I assume might be the question, but we'll find out. We also are going to go back with Edna. We're going to try to get somebody from either Midwest Bath or Jacuzzi on. And then Patricia, number 1, has an issue with the roofer. You'll be coming up pretty quick, Patricia. And then Patricia, number 2, has a question for our attorney, too. Everybody hold tight.
Did you say... Okay. And that's 309-921-5571. Correct? Okay. And what was this name?
I'm going to get some coffee. You want anything? Dan, you good?
That's good. Water, if you will, Dave.
You got it.
Joseph A. Lazara, here's a great attorney. We have so many great attorneys at referralist.com, but he is a criminal defense attorney. Maybe you found yourself in a real bind with the law, maybe a DUI or an assault, child abuse, pretty much anything. Dan has handled it. There's two things. One, you're guilty. Well, you still need a great attorney because Joe can get you the best deal out there. He's been on with us for over 10 years, and he has helped out so many listeners. It's crazy. But he knows all the DAs. He knows all the judges. He can get you the best deal if you're guilty. And if you're innocent, he can get in front of a jury of your peers and get you off. 303-429-6200. That's one you need to put in your phone right now. You never know when you're going to need it. And you certainly don't want to Google, while you're in the can, Google attorneys near me. You want the best. 303-429-6200. Now, John Fuller Law, another great attorney. This guy has helped Suzanne and I twice. Both times, he's a personal injury attorney. Both times he got his policy limits from the at-fault driver. And what I really love is if you hire John, or if you want to talk to John, you're going to get his cell phone number. During your case, you're going to have a lot of questions, and he is there to answer them. He's going to hold your hand through the case. He's going to maximize your dollars. 303-597-4500. John Fuller Law. Call with any questions. 303-597-4500.
Neighbor Nate just texted. They saw our lights, and they're like, we want to do that. He's going over. I said, you're welcome to go check them out. He's like, can I go check them out right now? I was like, sure, we're not home. I don't know if they're working on them, but...
Tell them Excel's the best. Tell them I do advertising for them. They'll give them the best price possible, or the best price, period. It's funny. As soon as people see them, they're like, I want those. So, Dan, they do 1,000 different colors, 1,000 different, patterns. Like you can skip a light.
Yeah.
You can go one direction, the other.
Yeah.
So, millions of different options, period. And everything's right through an app. It's incredible.
Wow.
You can set timers, turn on, turn off. You can do, it's amazing.
What's it called?
You go to excelroofing.com, but they're Shaw Tech lights.
Yeah.
They're permanent. So what they do is they put in these rails up on the lip of your house, and they paint the rails to match whatever color your house is. You literally do not see them until you turn them on. Then when you turn them on, they just burst to life with whatever you want.
Wow.
They're incredible. And they're good. I think it's a lifetime warranty on them. They're incredible. So like during a football game, boom, you light them up. During Halloween, boom, Thanksgiving, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, I walk my dogs past a house that the lights are constantly a different color. And, yeah.
Tell him if he goes
appropriate.
If he goes to excelroofing.com, there's an estimator right on there for the lighting. They're not bothersome to you, are they? When you go by that one house,
no.
You could care less.
Hey, that's a legit voicemail that she just gave me, but
they are so cool.
But it basically rings to nothing. So I love.
Who put up Wallet Story, please? You, yeah. Suzanne.
Yeah.
Did you put up Wallet Story? We will. We'll get there.
But on Edna,
it's for the YouTubers. It's insane. I'll just.
He's not even listening.
Nothing.
Why am I even?
Why am I even trying? He's not listening. He's not listening. Why am I even trying? Why are you trying? Kelly, what are you talking about?
Oh, wow. I'm saying that
I'm
the
saying
chick
you got
has...
vocal fry. Do you realize you have vocal fry all the time when you talk?
Our shopper says, are the lights hail-proof?
They're underneath.
They're as hail-proof as your damn roof. I mean, they're hail-proof.
Did you hear that, choppity chop?
They're not on the roof. They're
underneath.
Yeah, they're underneath. It'd be silly to put them on the roof. Like Christmas Vacation. That's what I should have done. Just ran 8 million of them.
There's this one setting called like Aurora. It's so pretty.
It looks
so
like
that's
stars and
it's so pretty. That's what our house will be mostly lit up
shootings,
on.
like Aurora, Colorado. Okay, no.
No, that wouldn't be good.
No.
Borealis.
Completely
Gotcha. Okay.
different.
Very different.
Hey, Vocal Fry, what were you saying anyhow?
You are not nice.
Hello. I'm from California and my vernacular has Vocal Fry in it. You're not answering my question, Kelly. She's ignoring me, I think.
She only hears what she wants to hear.
All right, Edna.
Free cocktails.
Tuning you out
To reach
is what she's doing.
Erin, I did leave her a message. Can
Free
I get your number?
cocktails.
Available on multiple platforms and thousands of devices. Listen to Denver's talk station from anywhere
I stream online
at khow.com.
All right, 303-713-8255. We got a lot cooking right now. Look, I want Kelly, I know she's talking to Edna there. What I want is those two phone numbers, and then I want Kelly to call and leave a message. Then I want to assign that to somebody. But I really want to see if Jacuzzi or Midwest Bath is willing to come on the air, and let's figure this out for this poor woman. She sounds somewhat elderly, and if there's a door on her shower, I don't know if she means a sliding one. If it's a walk-in tub, I know Jacuzzi does all that stuff, but I want to get this figured out for her big time. Sarah, what is going on with you? You got a question for Dan, and we kind of started it, but I want you, what did you absorb out of her question, Dan? Basically, she was one of two trustees.
Yeah, there was I guess I need a little clarification there because you mentioned power of attorney and trustee, and those are actually two different things. So what are you trying to do for this person?
I was one of two power of attorneys.
Okay. And is that for the financial or just or medical or both?
Both.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, Dan, I mean, I want people to understand this because I don't. If you do have to, for a medical power of attorney, that makes me go, wait a minute. If one says pull the plug and the other doesn't, what the hell happens?
Yeah, you're going to end up in court. I mean, we usually tell, like, financial power of attorney, having more than one person, it's not our favorite thing to do, but it probably less chance of an emergency, right? Whereas a medical power of attorney, if you're trying to use that document and they got to chase down two people and they disagree, you got a chance of disagreement, you're exactly right. Like,
yeah, they could, you got to get in front of a judge, basically.
Well, he had a health directive that would answer all the questions about pulling the cord or not pulling the cord.
Okay. Let's continue on. I just wanted to understand that from Dan. So the other person had you removed?
Yes, 2 years after he'd been diagnosed with dementia, she went to the attorney, did not tell him that he had dementia and was been diagnosed with it, and had me removed, and then she moved him to Seattle.
Okay, now I want to ask you this, Sarah. When you call up over an issue like this, I'm curious, like, why do you want that? Do you think this other person, it's the daughter you said, right?
Yes.
Do you think there's like a nefarious reason for this? Why? And it sounds like a loved one and someone you really care about, but why are you calling?
I'm calling because, as he was gone, he was in contact with me 3 to 5 times a day, and she has cut off all telephone. She's coerced him not to answer my calls. And the other thing is that she has the elder care experience. I have the accounting and business experience. So both were deemed important in his care.
Okay. So Dan,
he have dementia.
Dan, I might be making a leap here, but I assume the daughter at some point got in front of a judge, and because of the Alzheimer's, basically got full custody of the person, and then she had the ability to change the... How would the daughter be able to take her off of a medical directive? I guess that's the question.
I mean, if he's a Sarah's saying no.
The attorney did not know he had Alzheimer's.
So he took you off.
I mean, the attorney should have met him, though. I mean, the attorney, like, because he's got to sign that. And then he's got to sign it in front of a notary, and the notary is supposed to have some confirmation that this person knows what they're doing.
When we had our trust done, I lived with him for 18 years. And when we had our trust done together, the attorney assured us that should anyone have dementia, that he would recognize it right away. Well, evidently he didn't.
Is that the same attorney? Different attorney.
Yes. Same attorney.
So when you talk to that attorney, what do you hear?
He said, oh, I know I should have retired earlier. And then he refused to take my calls after that.
I mean, you're his client. You're his client. That's pretty weird.
Would you like us to call the attorney? What are you trying to ultimately... honestly, I don't think this is over a medical directive. What is this over? What do you...
No.
What is your end game?
More over it's also over the medical too, because he had a directive that said that he would be brought back if he had, they would perform.
Sarah, what's your Sarah? Please, though, please. What is your end goal here?
I would like to be put back on the powers of attorney so that I know what's going on, because
for everything.
She has no accounting experience.
Okay, hold on.
As a fiduciary.
Sarah, for everything though, right? I mean, you're not just talking the medical directive, right?
Yes.
Okay, now let me ask Dan a few questions. So I thought if she, being Sarah, lived with this person for 18 years, wouldn't she be the spouse? No. Or how does that look, Sarah? Did you never got married or what?
Yeah, if people thought they were married, that's the standard, not how long they lived together.
Right. We were, that doesn't really, I don't think that plays in the power of attorney, because...
so hold on, Sarah. So what you're saying, Dan, is she has no spousal rights, it sounds like.
Unless she's got some basis to prove, like, yeah, look at all this stuff. We referred to each other as husband and wife. People thought we were married. He listed me on emergency medical forms all the time, like, as his spouse.
So did you ever hold yourself out, Sarah, as his wife, or no?
Yeah, well, I never had to, because I never had any legal, any problems.
I'm not asking about legality. Did you guys sleep together? I'll just ask it like that. Were you guys romantic?
Yes.
Okay, so Dan, I just listening to what she's saying, I don't even know where I begin to address her question. Basically, to me, I'm going to wrap it up to what I'm hearing. I was basically this guy's wife for 18 years, and the daughter, I got to put that on hold. Her phone started blowing up. I don't know what's going on there. But basically, the daughter took him and now has power over all the money and everything else, and she's left there with nothing. That's what I'm hearing. Is that kind of what you're hearing?
Yeah. I mean, I think the question that both of us asked, though, is like, what did she try? Like, why did she want to do this?
Ultimately, it's got to be, Sarah, I'm hoping your phone...
I wanted to force the attorney to reinstate the original power of attorney.
I mean, he can't do that. The person that we're trying to help has to sign something, and if he can't do that, which he probably can't, you should probably apply to a court to become his conservator.
And her reason for applying it, wait a second, this is where she would say, hey, I was basically married to this guy, or this, for 18 years. This should be my responsibility, not the daughter's. I mean, what is her argument?
Yeah, I mean, sorry. Go ahead, sir.
We broke up.
Okay.
We broke up, and I had not been living with him for the last 10 years. but I was still doing all of his accounting.
Okay, well, I mean, that changes stuff dramatically from my thoughts on it. I mean, if they've been broken up for 10 years, I mean, he could have made all these changes at any point, Sarah.
Here's the concern.
No.
What you want, Sarah, I mean, like, why does that matter at all?
Close.
It's like, we're trying to take, not to be too callous about it, but what you want is not material. It's trying to protect him and make sure that his finances and medical care are being taken care of properly. Do you have some reason to think that the daughter's not doing that? Like you said, she doesn't really have business experience. Okay.
And why?
I have lots of evidence.
Of what? Give one thing.
Of financial misdoings.
Like, what does that mean, though? Give us one example.
Well, an example?
Yeah.
She and her brother are acting as though he's dead, and they're using his assets.
And how do you know that? But how do you know that? And Dan, let me ask you this. Let's say she does know that. Well, if he doesn't care,
does he have the ability to care?
Well, if he doesn't have the ability to care and they're over it, I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, I mean,
if I have financial power of attorney over, say, my father, and he's not this way, but let's say he has Alzheimer's and he can't even talk anymore or make any decisions, and I decide to use some of that money to buy a car, I mean, is that a problem?
Yes.
Well, I'm not asking you, Sarah.
Like you use the money to buy a car for yourself?
Well, yeah, to drive him around, for that matter, whatever.
Yeah, if you feel like, yes, this is an efficient way to take care of his interests. That's all that matters, is what is in his best interest here.
Sarah, you got to find an attorney wherever this is going.
Involved in the accounting.
I don't even know what to tell you, Sarah, at this point. Dan, if she really wants to get back on here, I assume she's got to hire an attorney wherever this guy is and go to the court and prove she should be the one over everything. I mean, does it come down to that?
Unless he can he has capacity to sign something and wants to name her, if somehow he got pressured into doing this new power of attorney, like if you can prove something. But
if he can't even talk at this point or communicate.
Yeah, I mean, now you're at the point where, yes, you're probably going to need some sort of court involvement.
Sarah, that's where it's going to come down to. But I'll tell you this. I mean, you can call Dan, 833-CO-PLANS. You can call him there, and anybody listening for wills or anything. But, I mean, this is kind of stuff you take on, Dan. But, I mean, this isn't free stuff. I mean, really, how would you handle something like this?
The problem is he's in Washington now, right?
Well, okay, so he wouldn't do anything.
I mean, she's got to get help in Washington.
You got to find an attorney in Washington. And I saw that look, too. You're like, I mean, I don't even know. There's so many people that feel like they got screwed. Here's the bottom line. Sarah feels like she got screwed on this. She had power of attorney for medical and over the finances. Now she has nothing, and she's very upset. I don't know if ultimately because she wants part of those finances when he passes away or what. But it really doesn't matter. She feels jilted. And the only way she's going to do anything, basically, from what I'm getting, is she's going to hire an attorney in Washington, and it's going to cost a lot of money. Would you agree?
Yeah, and if you've been broken up for 10 years and really were never married in the first place, I don't really know why they would choose you.
Yeah, over the daughter.
Over a daughter. Yeah.
I don't know either. So, Sarah, the best to you, honestly, and that's what we can tell you. I got to take this break. Patricia, you'll be up next. 303-713-8255. We're going to have two lines open in a second. 303 Martino.
This is Denver's Talk.
It took forever just to find out what she wanted to do.
I still don't think I know.
She wants to be on the will. You want to know what she wants? She wants the money.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost the leads call. All right, Patricia, you still
Did you
there?
leave a message at Westgate?
What?
Okay,
Did you leave a
perfect.
message at Westgate?
Yeah.
I'll to you after the break, okay? So just hang on for me. Yeah, got your roofer. Hold on. Patricia, we'll get to you as soon as possible, okay? No problem. No problem.
You know, I love everything about discountbath.com. Suzanne and I had Chris and the gang out to our house, too, to look at our bathroom. I'll tell you what's cool about it, the different ideas they give you. In fact, they can do a complete bathroom remodel, of course, or even just a tub-to-shower conversion or anything in between. But when they looked at our tub, they're like, do you use it? You want a bigger shower? We could use that space. You want a different kind of closet? You want to do heated floors? It doesn't matter what you want. They can build that beautiful bathroom for you at your price point, what you want to get done. Discountbath.com. And let me tell you something, their people are absolutely wonderful to deal with. Like I was saying, their designers can give you all the ideas you want. Their warranties on everything they do are absolutely amazing. In fact, 5-year warranties on anything they do, and that's the materials and labor, and some of the fixtures actually have lifetime. Check them out, discountbath.com. That's discountbath.com.
I need somebody's security card so I can go to the third floor and go to the bathroom.
Oh, man, make sure.
Sorry about that.
Just because you've been playing with a lot, Mark?
I don't know. What's that? Shut up. Okay, Shannon.
They recently had to change
I'm
everything
afraid I'm
around.
going to undo it. That would
So make sure you're good.
I got to learn just not to touch it. I just can't. I don't know why. God dang it. I'm like an 8-year-old boy who puts his hand down his pants all the time.
You like to move around when you talk.
That'd be a horrible habit to have as an adult.
You like to move around when you talk, so your instinct is to try and keep the mic with you.
But that's what this whole contraption's actually for.
Yes, but it does get loose every time it moves.
Yeah, but okay. Shouldn't they make it to where it doesn't get loose, for goodness sake?
I agree.
You know, how would like a rock star, how would Metallica sing into this thing? These people hold the mic and move around. How come there's mics all over the world that don't fall? If you think about it, it is silly.
Yeah.
The whole reason for this contraption is to move the mic.
Yes.
Oh, all I hear is static. Sorry, call me right back.
That's what it would be like being in her brain. All I hear is static.
Mark.
That's
you got
funny.
to be nice.
Don't worry, she didn't hear you.
Kelly kicked
She doesn't
ass
listen.
while we were gone.
She did a great job.
Hard time with her, and you're
Kelly, you did do a great job while we were gone.
See, she doesn't even hear the compliment.
she has tuned you out.
Yep.
I'm tuned out. Free drinks. Free drinks. Happy hour.
Still nothing.
Nothing. Not a damn thing. Is the ladies' room, by the way, working on third? They got to go to first?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
It's a mess.
If one of the elevators broke, wowzer. Wowzer. 4 levels. And then,
Thankfully for us, the third floor men's room works.
yeah, I used it yesterday.
Jesus.
What is the deal? Do we know? Is it the contractor?
Some kind of pipe leak or something on the third floor.
Oh, it's probably the big main leak. Huh?
That's holding up the work on the fourth floor.
Who's
Oh, my
supposed to be
God.
fixing it, though?
No idea.
Oh my
I mean, I know
God.
the contractor that's doing the fixtures and everything, but
Right.
I don't know who's doing the
Actual plumbing work,
the plumbing work. That's going to be more the building itself.
I would think, yeah.
That's why it's complicated.
It's messy.
Building management's like, we don't want to spend $40,000.
How come you haven't told your wallet story?
You guys have, yeah, right. You guys have that first floor you can always use. If I was a landlord, that's probably what I'd say. Hey, that first floor bathroom works great. You know what they should do? Have you ever seen an indoor porta potty? That'd be crazy if they brought an indoor porta potty up here.
I'm not sure they can, Mark.
Remember during COVID for the homeless, they'd set up those weird portable showers in the middle of those parks. Crack homes. I still look back and love our mayor. We're going to close the churches, but the liquor stores and the marijuana stores are wide open. Oh, and you...
Home sells. Start with Orchard's free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
All right, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. Hey, Patricia, what is going on with this roofer? Then, Patricia, you'll be up again. There's two of you. That is so confusing to me, and I don't know why. But what's going on with your roof?
Well, Mile High Roofing, the owner's name is Scott. The contractor's name is Rich. They claim we owe them $14,000. They've already done the roof. And they used my credit card for $4,500, and we just don't have any money to pay them. But he's already served me with lien papers, and he's threatening to take me to court.
Well, let's talk about let's kind of talk about the reality of the situation. Was it an insurance claim or was it a cash pay? What was it?
It was an insurance claim.
So you had an insurance claim with them and you signed a contract. Do you have a copy of that contract that we can look at?
No, and I'm totally blind, so I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Well, how can we get a copy?
I think we do. I do have a contract, but I can't.
Well, we're going to have to figure out. We're going to have to figure out. It doesn't have to be right now during the call, but we've got to get a copy of that contract no matter what. But I want to understand a few things. So it was an insurance claim. A lot of those contracts, once again, without that contract, I'm kind of blind like you are. I simply don't know what's in there. But let me ask you this. What is your perception of what was going to happen? That every dollar except for the deductible would be paid by insurance?
I was going to pay the deductible, and I assumed the deductible was only going to be $2,500.
And I bet, hold on, Patricia, did you happen to find out you had an actual cash value policy, so the deductible was way higher?
No, I didn't.
Okay, what are they saying? How much was the roof going to cost in its entirety?
I wasn't sure. I didn't realize it was going to cost no $14,000. I think the reason it was $14,000 is because they trimmed some trees. I think they did a lot of other work besides. I think that's the issue.
Did you authorize them to do all this other work that's outside of the scope of the roof?
No, but apparently they had to do it because in order to get to the roof, we have a lot of trees that are growing up above the roof, and apparently they felt they had to trim the trees to get to the roof.
So they called in some kind of tree trimming company, an arborist, in order to do all that, or did they do it themselves?
I think they did it themselves. I'm not real sure.
Is that what they're telling you? And how much is that part of it?
I'm not real sure. That's why I say I'm not real sure. I need
Patricia. How do I help you when you really don't know any of these questions? Like literally, how can I get a copy of here's what I want to do, Kelly. I already know what I want to do. Hold on, Patricia. I got to get a copy of that. Okay. But Mile High Roofing, what person were you dealing with there, Patricia?
Okay, the owner's name is Scott.
That's what I want. Hold on. Let's try to get Scott on. I really need clarification. They've already served her, or at least they gave her an intent to lien. I'm not even sure where that's at. But, I mean, that's about all I know. Maybe we can get information from the roofer, the contractor. I don't know if they did anything wrong or not. I literally have no idea. I don't know if they hired somebody else because they had to. And then the other question I'd have might be for Brian Burns, but I don't even know if it's even reasonable to call him now.
Can I ask a question?
Hold on. But that question would be, if you do have trees right over your roof and you have hail damage to your roof and you can't get to the roof to redo it because of the hail damage and the insurance claim, would insurance pay for that? In fact, I do want Brian Burns on. I would like to know that. Go ahead, Doc.
Patricia, did you have
She's
somebody...
on hold.
Oh, did you have somebody with you when you signed the contract that read it to you? I mean, if you're blind, no offense, but how can you agree to a contract if you can't read it?
Yeah, how did you know that, Patricia?
I think you hit the wrong.
Another person, the contractor's name is Rich, and he was the one that signed us up. Now, the damage occurred last year. So the claim was done last year.
Patricia, I don't care when the claim was done. Doc asked a good question. So when you signed the contract, if you're blind, how do you know what you signed?
He came over to our home and we signed the contract.
Okay, but no, you never read it, is what you're saying.
Well, she said we, so there must be somebody there that can see.
My husband can see, and then I have a son that can see.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Hold on. I do want Brian Burns. I do want to ask
So
him
half
that.
her husband or son said they should be able to forward the contract.
Yeah.
This, it sounded like she was alone and blind, didn't it?
I have no idea.
She's not. She has a husband
Not
and a
one
son.
question I asked, she knew. God, I mean, I feel bad for her, but she knows nothing.
How much time do we have before top of the hour?
10 minutes.
There are massive changes in health insurance this year, massive. And Medicare, you ready for this? Medicare open enrollment starts on the 15th. You need certified experts on your side. You need people that we trust. We need people that care about you. That's Integra Health Insurance. Don't be fooled by the other people that sound similar. We're talking about Integra. We're talking about John Jr. and Day and John Sr., people that we have used as experts for 10 to 15 years. These guys are going to look out for you, but the different changes out there, you need to call them up, and I'd call them before open enrollment because they're going to be so busy. 303-466-5500. There's options out there where groceries can be included in some of these plans. Monthly stuff. 303-466-5500. Please call now. Get the information before they start getting slammed. Open enrollment comes up October 15th. Call these guys now. 303-466-5500. They're trustworthy and can answer all your questions. Integra Health Insurance.
Neil, I got your email. Yes, we'll take a video clip of the new lights and post them on the YouTube tomorrow.
I can't believe how many people are just the idea of the lights. I mean,
Hellcat says he's getting a quote, having them out for a quote.
You don't have to have them out, Hellcat. You can simply go to excelroofing.com, and somewhere on there, there's an easy estimator.
Excelroofing.com.
I don't know how they do it.
So about the Christmas lights?
Yeah.
Did they put them on and then take them off?
No, they're on forever.
Oh, there was an advertisement yesterday for a company that will put them on, their lights, and then take them off.
That sounds horrible.
This is permanent lighting.
These lights are forever.
But there's a company that will do it for
a lot of landscapers, I think, do that.
I see nothing on their website.
Ask Henry then, because that's absurd. I mean, he told me literally to put that in the commercial. His number one thing he wanted me to push in their spots was how easy it is to get an estimate. Seriously, text them. That's crazy. Literally, all the recorded spots Tom and I have done for him are pushing that exact thing.
Went to your website.
I mean, I'm telling my neighbors to go there to get an estimate.
I was thinking about going for a walk today to try to stretch out this hip.
Good thing you can, because it's nice and warm.
Well, I don't know.
It's not going to be nice and warm?
Free inspection request.
But
I mean, I could be missing.
I don't see it. No, he said it's like right there at the top. I don't see anything.
going to be able to go to the dog park and play.
Oh my God, why did he want all that in his commercials? I swear to God, that was the number one thing he wanted to talk about.
Unless it's under inspection, but
I literally emphasize that in this spot. They're going to think they're going to the whole wrong company looking at this.
Yeah.
Services we offer. They don't even show it. Literally, they don't even show their lighting on here. Please tell them in the text, say at a minimum, at least put somewhere on there that you do the lighting.
I'm texting him now.
Holy
He may not
moly.
be aware. Who knows? Maybe they're web people. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't even think I give the phone number out because he just wanted website traffic for their easy estimator. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know what you put in. Like it's 10 feet long. I don't know.
I texted him. I'm waiting to hear back.
Brian Burns on 6.
Thank you.
He says the pages are going live tomorrow. It'll be up.
Okay, good.
Okay, good to know.
Thank goodness. Tell them this. Okay, it doesn't matter. That's good. If it's up tomorrow, great.
We have people asking for the estimator link.
People are still asking for the wallet story.
Yes, I know the wallet story. Thank you.
The wallet story.
Calls first.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Who's asking?
People on YouTube. I pretty much go up every hour to make sure that the audio is still good.
Squirrel.
Robert Bramwell said he just called and the project manager called and helped with the quote. That's
Excellent.
Big Bear Flooring.
Cool.
By the way, you have to go straight to Brian because he popped out of the meeting.
Okay.
About it.
Oh, this is just crazy.
The Where is here. Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
All right, look, we've got a lot cooking right now, but real quick, I want to go to Brian Burns. Hey, Brian, I've got a quick question. The scenario we're kind of dealing with is a roofer had a claim, homeowners basically, a hail claim. So they go out and now they want additional money after the roof is done. And they're saying the trees were over the roof and the only way they could do the roof was to cut the trees. So I don't know if they hired an outside company, but would insurance generally cover a scenario like that?
No, because that's considered maintenance of the home. I mean, just like anything that you do.
So they would have to come out of pocket for that. There's no way, even with someone like Matt from Paradigm, it's simply not going to get covered.
Well, I just don't see where the covered peril would be. It's not really. I understand you need to move the trees in order to fix the roof, but it's just it's a matter of normal maintenance.
Yeah, you should have been pruning the trees or whatever is going to be the argument.
Right.
Okay, that was that. I appreciate that. And by the way, Brian Burns, you guys, one of the best insurance companies we know out there. You can go to quotecompass.com. They're going to search 20, 30 different companies. Make sure you got the proper coverage. Now, Patricia, hold tight. We're going to come back to you. I'm still trying to get more information there, and that's roofer Patricia. Then the other Patricia's got a question for Dan McKenzie. Really quick, Patricia, number 2, what is your question so Dan can ponder it over the break?
The question is, on a beneficiary deed on a home, the pros and cons of that. And second, does a trust overwrite the beneficiary deed? And can you change a beneficiary deed?
Very good questions. Hold on. We're going to get to those after this. 303-713-8255. 303 Martino. I've got 2 lines open. We want to hear from you. We're trying to reach out to that roofer. Kelly, I really want to see if we can't talk to Mile High Roofing. And then the other one I still want to talk to is Midwest Bath and figure out what's going with that in the jacuzzi deal. We got to get to the bottom of these questions. Hold on, everybody. That is interesting. I like her question on the trust, though.
So she's basically screwed for the tree trimming.
Well, I don't know if she's screwed or not, but I know that the insurance isn't going to pay for it. I mean, she could be uncollectible for all we know. Well, but I would like to know what the extra $14,000 is for. That seems very high. That seems extremely high. You want to see if you can get them on, Suzanne, the Midwest or Mile High.
On the roof?
Yeah.
Patricia, who were you working with at Mile High Roofing?
Oh, okay.
She just picked up to make the call because I was just texting Cal.
Okay. Do you have a number for Scott? Where are they located?
Free. How long do you think the shutdown will go, Dan? Just a total guess at it.
Long. I don't know. Like, there's no... I don't know how you resolve this.
I don't know either, because both sides aren't talking.
Yeah.
I mean, I would guess a couple weeks, but God, who knows?
Problem is, one side is very excited about it. Like, Trump is very enthusiastic about this shutdown.
It sounds like
Why does he
it.
want to end it? Unless he really starts to get some polls showing that's not working for him.
It is amazing how both sides now just, they don't even talk anymore. I mean, it's really like, oh, you're from the other side. The answer is no. It's really amazing. I mean, really, that's not how we set up this democracy. I mean, really, it was supposed to kind of work a little better in Congress. There's Bernie and AOC putting in their 2 cents.
Good afternoon.
No, it's one of these things, Mark, where they're each pointing at each other.
Well, of course.
Okay.
Bad Bunny backlash. I have never heard of Bad Bunny. I feel I feel old.
Do you feel out of touch?
Well, when it's going to be the Super Bowl show and I've never heard of him, I'm like, who is Bad Bunny? Have you heard of Bad Bunny?
I've heard of him, but I don't think I've heard the music.
Apparently, Swift turned it down because they wouldn't let her own the rights to her performance. I don't know if that's true or if that's just a gossip. But
yeah, you would think, though. I mean, I don't know if any of them ever own the rights to it. I mean, the NFL doesn't. I don't think the NFL gives any rights to anything they're involved
they
in.
could have shared the rights.
We're not even allowed to say
the artists
words.
have to pay for all the stuff, like the set and the dancers?
I would assume so. It's massive exposure.
I don't know how that works. I think that's an assumption. I don't know if they give them a budget.
I just can't imagine that the NFL is paying for 500 dancers out there.
Of course they are.
The NFL.
Who else is going to pay for it?
The artist.
Yeah, the artist.
I hope it produces the memes like Kendrick Lamar's last year with his performance. Oh, it was with the Drake stuff. Oh my God, it was so good.
The NFL makes so much money on the Super Bowl
But why would that, like, it's unlimited budget? They've got hundreds of dancers out there.
They're probably, the artists can't afford it.
Hey, Kel, are you calling the roofer?
Just left him a message.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, it's a legit voicemail. We'll see. And also, I left the other 2 voicemails as well.
Okay, sweet. Thank you, sister. Are you asking Grok something?
I am.
Mark talks to Grok all the time, Dan. You heard of Grok?
There it is, right here. The NFL covers the cost for the set, the dancers, the overall production of the Super Bowl halftime show. Artists do not pay for these elements and receive no appearance fee beyond a modest union scale minimum of $1,000. So they basically do it for free, and they pay. The NFL pays for the entire setup. Jennifer Lopez's in 2020 was $13 million. The main reason, of course, the artists do it is they got 120 million people to sell.
Right.
120 million. Yeah. The NFL pays union scale wages for the dancers, $712 for the performance, plus $45 an hour, including for rehearsals. The Weeknd reportedly, he was last year, right? The Weeknd.
No, he was the year before. Last year was Kendrick. Remember?
He came out of pocket $7 million of his own money, but this was not standard. In fact, it was the first time.
Well, he had such an elaborate show. The Weeknd did. Must have had 200 dancers on stage with him, if I remember right.
Is The Weeknd a rap star or country western or what?
So they're giving an idea.
He's
Listen,
R&B rap, I guess.
I have no idea, but here's what. Here is why the artist does it. Simply, in Usher's example in 2024, it added and led to a 1,200% jump in his streaming surge across every platform. And every time it plays through anything, he's getting a royalty back. That's why.
I mean, the publicity is overwhelming. I don't think there's any other place where a performer gets that kind of exposure.
Well, Swift does not need the publicity, that's for sure. She's already goddess level, but...
Well, remember, let's not forget when she walked in last year because of that whole political thing going on before the election. I mean, she was getting booed and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah, when she went on to watch Kelsey play.
Yeah. She came out right before the Super Bowl and basically said, I listened to that debate and I'm voting for Harris and you guys should too. Well, and then she walks into the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Might have been before that because the election was in November. So
I just think that it's something basically wrong with our system where the two people that you vote for, both those deserve to be president.
I don't know why you'd say that. I'm a Trumper. I don't know why you'd say that.
I'm a Trumper too, but I think he's getting a little bit crazy.
Well, he's been crazy.
He's getting
There's no doubt he's crazy, Doc. There is no doubt.
He's getting crazier.
He's a businessman that has used all the skills that he's learned his entire life to run the country. I mean, it's a lot different than any president we've ever had. He's not a politician by any means. It would have been curious how Ross Perot would have ruled, though. I wish we did have something to compare to. Pretty much every single day, something's unprecedented. It's really remarkable.
Well, I'll tell you, there's no way in the world you could have imagined Kamala being president and going before any kind of...
Yeah. Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Welcome, my friends, to the only show that's kind. We're here to solve your problems and help you out in life. If you have any questions, we have an attorney in studio today. Absolutely great guy, McKenzie Law Firm. And I love when he comes in. I don't care if you have questions on probate or a will or a trust, basic questions. A lot of times I ask first hour, I was asking Dan, like really, if you're the trustee, once that person passes away, what's step one? I mean, these are the kind of questions you have to ask an attorney. I mean, honestly, and do I need a will? Do I need a trust? Any questions you have for Dan, we'd love to take them. 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. Now, behind the scenes, Couple things. One, is Kelly in there yet? No.
She is there.
Oh, Kelly, did we reach out to Midwest Bath? That was go ahead.
Absolutely did, yes. I've left messages for all of them.
So we haven't talked to either of them, though.
No, just voicemail.
Okay, so Midwest Bath, these guys installed a tub, according to our caller, improperly. It was a jacuzzi tub. If you see these commercials on TV, they usually run them later at night for older audiences. But they basically are jacuzzi bath. They do walk-in tubs. They do, of course, jacuzzi, hot tubs. They do all that. It's jacuzzi. That's the brand. But when you call up, they send generally a local person out. So Midwest Bath went out, and apparently the design is wrong. And now they're kind of ghosting her. So we're trying to figure that out. Did we also call jacuzzi on that directly?
We did, yes, and I left a message.
And then did we reach out to Mile High Roofing?
We did, yes, I left a message.
Boy, no one's answering the phones today.
Correct.
All right, so let's do this. I want to keep that one Patricia up with the roofer for a little bit. She's blind. I mean, this is a horrible story. She's blind, and she signed a contract with a roofer. It sounds like they had to do additional work and trim a bunch of trees that hadn't been trimmed forever. But they're looking for, how much more money are they looking for, Patricia? What's the total?
$14,000.
Okay, so for some reason, she had an insurance claim for the roof. The insurance company apparently paid it minus the deductible, and it sounds like it's like $1,000 or how much was your deductible, really quick?
I'm not sure, but...
Okay, Patricia, we really need that contract. I mean, I really do. I mean, if she has a ACV policy, actual cash value, and the roof, let's say, is $14,000. Patricia, if the actual cash value, if you hadn't had a roof in 20 years, for example, the actual cash value of your roof is zero. So you might have to come out of pocket for the entire thing. I truly need to know what kind of insurance you had and then a contract with the roofer. We have a call into the roofer, and they probably have the information too, but I don't even want to jump to any conclusion the roofer's doing anything wrong in this scenario whatsoever. So hopefully we hear back from him in a second. Meantime, Kelly, if you could try to figure out if her husband or son or someone that can see in the house can get us the roofing contract over to our email and the insurance information, the deck page. What kind of policy did they have when it comes to the roof or the hail and wind perils? Now, the other Patricia has a question for Dan McKenzie. So, Patricia, I want you to ask the question again, and Dan's been kind of pondering about it, and he'll answer them, but go ahead for everybody that just tuned in.
Yes, I wanted to know on a beneficiary deed for a home, what are the pros and cons, and can that be changed at any time, and what's the difference with the trust? Does the trust override a beneficiary deed for a home?
Okay. So the pros and the cons, the pro is that it's very simple. It's very easy to draft a beneficiary deed and record it, and it doesn't change ownership during your lifetime. It just says, here's who gets this house when you pass away. It can be revoked at any time, so that's also a good thing. It depends on who you're leaving it to, is kind of my opinion. If you are leaving this house to more than one person, you are basically throwing them into co-ownership together. And even if they get along pretty well, there's about 1 million decisions you have to make when you own a home together. Are you going to keep it, rent it out, sell it? Are you going to fix it up first, sell it to a flip? I mean, all kinds of 100 different decisions.
There's also a tax benefit.
There's a tax benefit to inheriting a house any way you do it, right? So if it's a beneficiary deed or a trust or anything else. Yeah. So I guess you just want to be careful if you're if you're leaving it to one adult. That's kind of the ideal circumstances in my mind. The benefit of a trust is that a trust does put one person in charge. They're supposed to take everyone's opinions into account, but it's like, look, one person wants to sell it, one person wants to keep it and rent it out. Like, you know, somebody's got to resolve that, and the trustee is charged to do that. We don't have to, potentially go to court to figure that out.
So the trustee, if it's left to 3 different people, if that's a scenario, say 3 kids, the trustee's going to sell it, and, well, it's going to be their decision.
It's going to be their decision, and they got to kind of take everyone's opinions and what's best for them into account. Sometimes their opinions about what's best for them aren't right, but they got to think about that. Whereas in a beneficiary deed situation, again, they're all co-owners. No one's in charge. No one gets to, just decide how this works. So that's an issue. The beneficiary deed only, of course, takes care of the house. Where the trust, it's like probably going to comprehensively cover everything. You put the house in the trust, but also your other accounts too. And that can be very helpful.
Where is the house, Patricia?
It's in Colorado Springs.
Okay, good. I want to say something negative about a beneficiary's deed. Big time. Not in Colorado, though. In Florida, or a lot of retirement states, to do that beneficiary's deed is about $5,000.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, you've got to pay $5,000 to file it. And it doesn't matter. I mean, that's where they make their money. They don't have income tax or, state income tax. So if you were going to do it in Florida and a lot of people retire there, the issue becomes you better be sure you want to do it, because if you want to change it back to your own name, that's $5,000 more.
Oh my God. No, we definitely don't have that here. It's just the recording fee.
Yeah, it's like $50.
Yeah.
That's literally their recording fee.
Okay. That's pretty crazy.
And I know that because my parents live there.
Yeah. The beneficiary deed is not helpful in periods of incapacity, right? If you have a situation where somebody needs to deal with the house and you are alive but just can't do it for some reason, having a beneficiary deed doesn't give you any authority to do anything, whereas a trust, your trustee could step in and do stuff. And then you asked whether the trust overrides the deed. The deed is first, right? So if you have a beneficiary deed, that means the house is in your name and you're saying, here's who gets this. Like when you create a trust, usually you would put the house into the trust. And the point of the trust is, and the reason that it avoids probate is because it does not die. So you could have a beneficiary deed on the house, but the owner is never going to die, right? So the trust, if it's in the trust is going to control things. If it's not in the trust and it's in your name, but has a beneficiary deed attached, the beneficiary deed is going to control things. So you just got to coordinate those things and really think through that. The benefit of the trust is it kind of is a central point where you put everything and all the instructions are there. You've got other assets besides this house. You can still end up in probate. I mean, on the deed, on a beneficiary deed, it says, you could still end up in probate because you could still have $86,000 out there.
And you can actually say with the trust, anything that I acquire or forget to put in the trust is automatically moved into the trust, right?
Yeah, but that only works if it's if it's more than $86,000 going through that process, you're gonna have to use a probate.
Got it. What other questions you have, Patricia?
I was just wondering what if a husband and wife are on the deed.
So yeah, you would both sign that beneficiary deed, and it would be at the second death if it's still in effect.
And could you also put it's left to this person, but if this person is deceased, then it goes to say the son?
Yes. Yeah.
So you can have a secondary beneficiary, basically?
Yeah. You want to draft that pretty clearly. And then when I say it's on the deed, it's required to be on the deed by the statute. It says, look, if you need Medicaid assistance, you can't have a beneficiary deed on your house for long-term care, because they're going to want to lien that house, and they can't do it if it's got a beneficiary deed on it. You could revoke it in that situation, but to revoke it, you have to have capacity. So you just got to be aware that could disqualify you from receiving Medicaid assistance for long-term care.
So if you had that's very curious. So if you had a beneficiary's deed, let's say I had one on our house, our primary house for our daughter.
Yeah.
And and let's say that deed's been in place for 10 years. I mean, let's take a long period of time, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden I need to get on Medicaid. You're saying even though that deed has been in place over the look-back period for Medicaid, it doesn't even matter.
That doesn't have anything to do with the look-back period. Because you haven't given away the house. The house is still in your name, actually.
So really, as far as an asset protection, that's not a good way to do it.
No.
At all.
No.
But with the trust, if it was irrevocable, let's say.
If you set up a Medicaid trust, you can potentially protect that.
But then you have the look-back period.
Correct.
So, Patricia, what he just brought up is very important. And I just want to point this out for everybody listening. Depending on how you do different things, your offspring might not end up with anything if you end up with Medicaid? How many people end up needing Medicaid at some point, Dan? Is that like, do you have any kind of numbers? 5 out of 10, 1 out of 10?
No, but Medicaid, I mean, long-term care, it's a lot. It's a pretty high percentage.
And long-term care is $10,000-15,000 a month.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you'd eat up the equity in the house very quickly.
Correct. I mean, there's protections to keep you in the house, but again, the whole point of this is like, again, after you have passed away, if they've let you keep their house, they're gonna seek reimbursement at that point, and they have a lien.
Yeah.
And again, that beneficiary deed can circumvent that. They know that, so they look and they see if you have a beneficiary deed on the house, they're not gonna provide coverage.
God, that's curious. I didn't realize the look back period wouldn't be involved in that. For asset protection. That's definitely not a good way to do it.
I guess it depends on how concerned you are about needing Medicaid coverage for long-term care.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Or, of course, how much money you have if you do need that coverage. What else, Patricia? Any other questions for Dan?
I have one more. Can you be sued if you have a trust?
Yes. I mean, it depends on the trust. There's lots of kinds of trusts. There are trusts that will get assets out of your name for purposes of, avoiding having to pay those assets in a lawsuit that you lose. Those do have to be irrevocable. So, like the revocable trust that you probably most often hear about, that is the most common. Like, you reserve the right to revoke that. So
hold on, Dan. Hold on. I'm running late on this break. Keep her on. I want to dive into that because that, once again, that kind of goes back to the asset protection of what Dan does as well. So everybody hold tight. 303-713-8255, 303 Martino.
So, Dan, I just have one grown son and a simple will. Do I need anything else?
depends on what you're worried about.
I'm not. He's totally responsible and frugal.
Oh, I guess.
I mean, he's a great kid.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to go through probate if you have the $86,000 for real estate, right?
Yeah.
So.
Fix It 24/7, the deal they have right now. Well, I'm going to tell you about it, but it's going to go away as soon as it gets cold. They're going to come out and clean that furnace. They're going to tear it apart, spend 1-2 hours cleaning it, getting all the dirt out of it. You might have a little anxiety if you watch them because you're going to see all the pieces of your furnace, but they're going to get the dirt and the dust, everything out of there, and that's the number one killer of a furnace, and they're going to do it all for $39. Other companies offer things like this, but all they do is show up and try to sell you stuff. What Fix It is doing is they're giving you the best deal. They're getting that furnace there. In fact, they're going to slap a no breakdown guarantee on it. But the reason they do it is they do heating, cooling, electrical, drain cleaning, plumbing. They do everything. They want to introduce their people, their great company, their great prices to you. And that's one of the best ways to do it. $39. You go to fixmyhome.com. That's fixmyhome.com. Yes, Kelly?
So should I come in and see you? Would it pay to bet like some kind of deal where he's on my deed and
she's blind,
checking account, all that stuff?
Has severe dementia.
Yeah, I mean,
and doesn't know technology.
Probate's not terrible. We do a lot of plans that are not designed to avoid probate.
And I'm going to interrupt, Kelly. Then what I do is you say, you got to find someone who can help you send them.
Destinations and
okay.
avoid probate. So, and it's not that hard.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So
they'll help.
They're going to try to help.
Okay,
Very
perfect.
cool.
Got some sauce.
Yeah, she should be able to get those two things fairly quick.
But I'm just telling you, it's probably going to be tomorrow before we can get her back on.
Oh my God.
All right, that's.
Are you talking about Dominic?
Visiting angels.
I don't know what you're talking about. I texted you.
Hold on the double car garage to 2002, 2001, to
agents. They're experts in stepping in when other agents can't deliver. Jeremiah and Sonia experienced this firsthand after being on the market with another realtor for 49 days with no results. Their entire move to Texas to welcome 2 new grandchildren was on the line, and they were feeling desperate. After firing their agent, they turned to the Empower Home team, and Gay laid out a clear game plan. And after just 4 days on the market, Jeremiah and Sonia had an all-cash offer that was $5,000 over the asking price that would close in just 14 days. Gabriel and the Empower Home team are so confident.
Well, I mean, yeah. I love touchy situations.
So Patricia,
See, you probably didn't know this, Dan, but I have what people refer to as finesse.
Oh, yeah?
I'm finessing.
Like it.
I'm finessing.
I thought you had panache.
I'm finessing.
You have panache, not
Hey, are you still dealing
In fact,
with
a lot of
Patricia?
people say, Mark, after talking to you for a few minutes, the finesse you have is quite encouraging.
Hey, Suzanne?
Well, I'd like to see some of this finesse and panache and whatever else. I'd like to witness this.
Suzanne? Hello?
There are many things out of your control that would have them from hearing you or not hearing you.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you, casinos are hitting hard. Vegas.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, Bellagio said...
They need to bring down their prices and make it affordable to give your money away.
Bellagio, listen to this. $149 a night, $100 food and beverage credit per day.
Wow.
So you're spending $50 a night.
Yeah.
If you use the credit. Now, granted, a hamburger
It's an
probably
$80
costs-
burger.
Yeah.
But they're getting really pissed off about all the hidden fees, like the
resort fee.
The resort fee.
I've got to say, I agree with you, Doc. It is so ridiculous. You book something, you think you pay for it, you show up and you have a $75 resort fee, and then if you want to park, it's another $40 a day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind like the airlines when you book a flight, it's right there. This is what we're charging you for baggage. This is what we're charging you for.
Yeah.
So as long as you know a priority, I have no problem with that. It's like you said, when you go there and you don't know. But, someone said they were at I think it was the Rock Hotel. They were at the pool. It was $28 for a cocktail.
We were at the Venetian. We met a couple that we know, Mike and Steph, and I get a
Fiduciary Advisors, TrajanWealth.com.
All right, 303-713-8255. Any problems you have, we want to hear from you. I got a couple open lines. 303 Martino, but I want to go back to Dan McKenzie and bring that caller up, Patricia. She brought up a question that I think is very important to discuss to get the information out there. I want to go back to asset protection because one of the things people can do with the trust, especially if they don't have a lot of cash or a lot of income, but have a lot of equity in their house. And if you think you're going to end up in long-term care, I am not kidding when I say in Colorado for a decent place, it's easily $10,000 plus a month. It's just the cost of things now. Memory care could even be greatly more expensive. And the problem is, these people don't do this for free, but we do have a system, Medicaid, where if someone can't do anything and has no money and no assets, the state pays for them, or the federal government and the state combined, however you want to look at it. But when we truly talk about asset protection, I mean, let's dive into that for real. Like, if you simply set up a trust that's revocable, I mean, really, you have no asset protection, or you do. And if it's irrevocable, what are the look-back periods? Give us some real-world information.
Yeah, so the revocable trust is revocable, meaning you can change it at any time. And from Medicaid's perspective, from the U.S. court's perspective, that is still your stuff. Because even if you put someone else in charge, most people don't. They leave it. They keep themselves in charge. But even if you put someone else in charge, because you could change it back to yourself, like it's still yours. So there are ways to get asset protection from trusts, but it has to be some sort of irrevocable trust. Probably the most common creditor claim is a divorce. It's the first one. And then the second one, I would guess long-term care is high up there. So that is what most people are worried about. So there is a specific trust designed to receive assets and get them out of counting towards your Medicaid application. It has to be very carefully drafted. There's a lot of rules to make sure that from Medicaid's perspective, you really have given this stuff away and given up some level of control over it. That doesn't mean you have to move out of your house or give away all your money, but you do have to do some pretty specific stuff.
So with the regular trust, the main argument would always be you can change it at any time.
Yeah.
So you still have control over it.
Yeah, it's still yours.
But with an irrevocable, how about what's the look back period? 3 years with Medicaid?
5.
5 years. So after that period, or during that period, when they say irrevocable, and I'm not just talking about for look back periods, is it truly irrevocable if both people, the person who's going to inherit the trust and the person that did it, is it truly irrevocable, or is there ways to change it?
I mean, there are some ways to make some changes, but there is some commitment level there where it's like, yeah, I've gotten rid of these assets. You've created the instructions. Again, there are, ways you can benefit from it, but you can't just say, well, let me see if I'm going to need Medicaid. And then if I don't, I'll just take it all back and, no harm.
I was thinking, and Patricia, I'm sorry, I'll go back to you, but I'm so curious on this stuff. But I was thinking more of a situation like, let's say someone agrees to move into your house like a nurse and take care of you until you pass. And in exchange for that kind of care from them, you're going to will them so much money in your trust. So you do an irrevocable trust so you can't change your mind at some point or your kids do something. But if you did change your mind in a scenario like that, for whatever reason, all of a sudden that nurse person isn't treating you the way that you expected. Once you did that, though, if that trust was written truly as irrevocable, I mean, they're getting that no matter what, right?
Correct. Again, there are ways to create a position for some third party to be able to sign off on certain changes. So
okay.
I'm not going to say no, there's nothing you can do once you've done that. But it is giving up some level of control because, again, the more control you have over it, the less asset protection you're going to get.
So, Patricia, I'm curious, when you first called up, what is, your situation, though? What are you guys looking to do? You have a house, and you want to leave it to who? It's evident you're looking for the best way to do it. But, I mean, really, this is what Dan does for a living. People call you up, and they sit down and talk to you, and you're generally a flat rate price on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but Patricia, in your case right now, what are you truly looking to do? What is your end goal?
Well, I just thought that the beneficiary deed, like you said, would be the easiest way to do something like that. Because I was going to leave one house to my daughter and one to my son. And I just thought it'd be easier than the trust.
It's, in some ways it is. Are the houses pretty close in value to each other?
Yes, I believe so.
And I mean, you'd want to consider what other assets are out there because
what other assets do you have?
So
yeah, there's other assets, but I was just trying to get my will or my trust in order, and I just wanted to see what options I have out there because I was just kind of looking when you have beneficiary on your bank accounts and on your life insurance policies, I just thought it would be easier to do that.
In some ways it is, and in some ways, now you just got to make sure everything is, if you got two different accounts and they have different beneficiaries on them, if one has, skyrocketing stocks in it and the other one's just holding CDs, the person who gets those stocks is going to be real happy. Guess how the other person's going to feel. So when you're using beneficiaries, it just takes a little bit more supervision and just making sure they've stayed in place. If you've switched banks, if you open new accounts, you just got to kind of keep reevaluating. You can't really use them with personal property. Sometimes people care about that. I mean, again, if you already have a trust, the point of that trust really is to just put one central location. Here's the instructions. Here's what I want to have happen. So I don't know why you would go back to beneficiary designations if you already have a trust in place.
It sounds to me, and you're the attorney, but a trust is probably a better option for her circumstance with multiple homes, other assets. I mean, I understand a bank account, you can have a beneficiary, but you brought up like a stock or a retirement account. You leave one to one and one to the other. I mean, they could be totally different assets at some point.
They have different tax treatment that can make a big difference. It's just a lot to try and keep your arms around, I guess I would say, if you're using beneficiaries. So that's the drawback. But it is, just real simple and cheap, and I mean, it's fast.
Here's the other thing I've always said, and I know you can't literally, Patricia, your kid should pay for the trust. Whatever you do, I think your kid should pay for it if they're going to be the beneficiaries of this stuff. So, and I say this to every child out there. If your parents are leaving you something of value, I mean, my God, you should pay for the trust. Now, I know technically they can't, but you should reimburse them for it. And Dan, talk to that real quick. I mean, I can't have you do a trust on my parents' behalf without you basically dealing with my parents directly, correct?
I mean, getting back to our previous call where this person did a POA, changing everything, the attorney should meet with them and do that assessment. And hopefully he did that and confirm that that guy was able to make that decision. But yes.
Yeah, or else that one child will get everything they want if there's other siblings. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be fair. So you guys have to be really careful as attorneys when someone wants to change their parents' information. Like literally, if they're in a hospital and they're not doing good, would you have to go to the hospital and visit? Is that something you would have to do, or send someone there to make sure these changes that are coming up all of a sudden while they're in the hospital is something they want to do?
Yeah. You got to make sure they understand what they're doing. They know who their family is. They know what they have. Those are the elements of capacity. In order to sign a will or a trust, you have to have that.
And then the other thing with Patricia's information or, her situation is we didn't even get into medical directives and everything else that generally come along with the trust. I mean, compared to just doing beneficiaries deeds all day long, I mean, there's a lot more, as you have stated for the last 3 hours, than just dying. I mean, what happens if you can't make decisions anymore?
Yeah.
And a beneficiaries deed's not going to help with that.
I mean, we do beneficiary deeds all the time, so it's not like I'm for or against it. It just depends on the circumstances.
Well, that's what's great. So everybody out there listening, seriously, you call Dan, you talk to the folks there, and the bottom line is he's going to listen to your needs, and he's going to come up what is best for you. Yes, just like you said, Dan, if someone just wants a beneficiary's deed done and filed, you'd be happy to do that for him. But if you're really looking at, I haven't really given a lot of thought in a while to what is going to happen when I pass away. I mean, you go in, you talk to you guys, and you basically come up with a plan for them. I mean, really, that's the expertise you're getting.
Yeah.
All right, I got to take this break. Kayla's got a question for you, too. Everybody hold tight. One line open, 303 Martino, and yes, I will tell my Wallace story. I will.
Hope so.
I have had more people on YouTube and callers that are saying, when's he going to tell this story? In Hawaii, I lost my wallet. Yes.
And you didn't lose it.
Let's
not call it that.
It is very disturbing.
Hey, Dan, can you put in your will, whoever it is, say that upon my demise, I want my property sold and distributed equally between these 4 people? Can you enforce the sale of the property?
I mean, you can. I don't like it because you just don't know, if we're in the middle of a bad real estate market or something like that. I mean, there can be reasons.
It's not a smart idea, but it's a legal idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think yes.
You could force the sale of the family house?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's your house.
Well, I'm not saying. I'm just trying to think like Dan said. It's more like, as a legal question, it's an interesting question, but I don't think it's practical.
Well, although someone told me today that I had 2 months to live, I know what the real estate market is like. I might do or not do that based upon the fact that, it's concurrent with your death.
God, it's so weird when you hear stories like people thought they had 2 months to live. And then 10 years later, they're alive. You think, geez, what a torturous thing.
They told me I had 6 weeks to live when I had my
liver
cancer.
It's crazy.
Yeah, when someone tells you have only 6 weeks to live, it's a bummer. It really is.
It's terrifying. It's got to be absolutely terrifying. Did you see the mic fall, Dragon?
Yep. I warned you about it.
I couldn't believe it. I'm just sitting here thinking, Dan, keep talking. This story, though, this wallet story is beyond. I have literally almost blocked it out until she brought it up. It's nothing like it has ever happened to me. I'd say the closest thing, one time I was in Vegas, and in the urinal, I dropped my phone in the urinal. That would probably be the only thing I can think of that was even, it's not even that it's similar, but that is that crazy.
I lost my keys to the car and the condo we were staying in
were they in the toilet?
In Tortola. I had them in my pocket. We went diving, and I lost my keys on the reef.
Oh, no.
And we had driven to this place. That's a great place to dive, but it's isolated.
What did you do?
Well, we're figuring out what the hell to do. I was going to have to walk back, and luckily this Australian couple drove up to go diving.
Gave you a ride.
And they drove me back to where I rented the condo from and the car.
And they had a spare?
Yeah.
Nice.
But, I mean, my wife was ready to kill me.
Oh, I bet.
That's my worst thought about losing something.
Good afternoon, Tom Martino Show.
Oh, that was so traumatic.
You got some house spots here.
Oh, yeah. That was so traumatic, babe. I mean, it was so traumatic.
As long as you were gone.
Yeah, Mackenzie.
I thought maybe you had a therapy session.
What's your first name? Jim? J-I-M? Gene. Got it. All right, Gene, hang on for me and...
Oh, I saw a horrible, did you see that motorcycle thing yesterday on the way to Lazy Dog? I don't know if you saw it or not. It was bad. That bike was totaled, man.
Oh, was it an accident?
Yeah, there was like 10, 15 cops on the left. I thought they just had someone pulled over until I saw the bike.
Where was it at?
Right in the basically Kelly's neighborhood that we go through before getting to Lazy Dog.
Oh, okay. Was it on the way there? Is that what all those cops were for?
Yeah, that was it. And I thought it was, like I said, I didn't know what was going on.
I thought it was cops directing traffic for something.
Yeah. I looked over, man, and it was a crotch rocket, and it was down, and it looked like it slid a long ways. But I didn't see an ambulance, which was weird. The ambulance might have already showed up and took the guy away.
I wonder if it was the dancing guy we recorded.
Oh, my God.
It's on the motorcycle.
We saw this guy, like, basically breakdancing on his motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
He was insane.
Boo, boo, boo.
No idea what he was listening to, but I wanted to know.
He was listening to Taylor Swift.
I think it was more like Metallica. You been to any shows lately?
What's the last one we went to? We saw Counting Crows at Village Green Fair.
Oh, cool.
That's the last one we went to.
I bet they were good.
It's like last month. Yeah, it's good.
We saw
630 K-How.
All right, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. Hey, Kayla, what is your question for Attorney Dan McKenzie?
Hi there, Mark. So
Hi.
I have a question for Dan. It's regarding an ILET trust or maybe an irrevocable trust.
Okay. What is the question?
So I'm thinking about doing an ILET trust for a life insurance policy.
What is that, first of all, Dan?
I'm wondering if you can put another bigger asset in the ILET trust with the life insurance.
What is that term she's using?
So,
Island?
ILIT, I-L-I-T, Irrevocable Life Insurance Trust, right?
Got it.
So the issue is that life insurance, like death benefits, are counted towards the estate value when you're calculating estate tax. And so you get the life insurance out of your name by doing a irrevocable trust. You just put the life insurance policy in there. Usually it's pretty specifically designed for the life insurance policy. What kind of other assets did you want to put in there with it?
Apartment buildings.
Okay. And why are you doing this?
I'm just trying to find a loophole to move some of the bigger assets to avoid the tax problem.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, typically, like I say, the life insurance trust is pretty specifically designed to deal with life insurance. You can have as many trusts as you want. I mean, typically, like with real estate, you want to get it out of your name and have any further value growth happen outside of your name so that, it does not trigger any estate tax when you pass away. That's what you're concerned about, the estate tax?
Yes. So then you would have to set up a separate irrevocable trust for the apartment buildings. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, but how would that stop the taxes?
So let's say the apartment building's worth $5 million right now.
Yeah.
So you get it into the life insurance trust. You do have to do a gift tax return and tell the IRS, I just gave away $5 million.
Yeah.
But then now all that growth that happens in the value afterwards is not part of your estate anymore.
Oh, interesting.
So that's what sometimes people are trying to accomplish.
How about if it's over the death tax? In other words, whatever it is now, 15, 16 million lifespan. If it's a $50 million apartment complex, is there any true way not to pay taxes on that?
I mean, you're going to pay taxes probably at this point. But again, if it's growing like at that level, it's probably, 2% growth every year is a lot.
Yeah.
So you can still at least stop the future growth by moving it out of your name now. But that does require irrevocable planning.
What else, Kayla?
I think that's it. He's been very helpful.
You sound just like this poodle lady I know. She loves poodles. I'm not kidding. Doesn't she sound like the poodle lady?
I thought it was her. We've met her.
Is this a poodle lady I met?
I don't know who Poodle Lady is.
Okay, fair enough. I really thought you were somebody we met because she owns some apartment complexes, too. It wasn't just off the voice. But, hey, I appreciate that call. 303-713-8255. While Kelly's getting up Gene's information and whoever's on 3, I'm going to tell the wallet story extremely quick. Actually, I'm up against a break. I'll be honest, when Suzanne was texting our kids what happened to me in Hawaii, I didn't even like that. It's
I can tell the story for you if you want.
No, it's extremely embarrassing. And it was something I probably wish I never even told my wife. Hold on.
Now.
I had a question for Dan, right?
That was her. That was Poodle Lady.
I'm sure it was her. I'm sure of it.
Why would she hide it?
I don't know. That I don't know.
And Poodle Lady is Deputy Bo's sister, and I know you're working with Bo.
They have a ton of properties.
Bo, who was in here earlier.
Sorry, what's that?
You know Bo.
Deputy Bo.
Yeah.
He's working with you.
Yep.
That's his sister.
That's his sister is Poodle Lady.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. She left a review, and it's like Poodle Lady is her Google.
That's her non-gene stuff.
Also known as
Poodle Lover.
No, on
Yeah, now she changed her handle to Poodle something.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
There's so many questions for Dan.
That's good.
Do you have
It's
a
good
spot coming up,
information.
Vestera?
Yeah. Vestera. Let me tell you what VesteraTurnkey.com does. They know how to find, Barry Miller's the owner. He knows how to find properties that are up and coming in the United States. It might be an area where, say, Microsoft or Star Launch is going or something. A big company's moving there. And it's going to increase value. It's going to bring in employees. He finds that right place, and then you buy the house, you own the house, and then when you sell it, you make the money. It's a pretty simple setup. Of course, he has all kinds of people that he deals with in between. In other words, he's got people that can go in there and manage the property, so at least you're cash flowing by renting it out while it's appreciating. It's like a turnkey deal. Therefore, Vestera Turnkey. He can also do it because he teamed up with Tom Martino in Wave 8. They can do qualified retirement plans into these property things now. But check it all out. Go to VesteraTurnkey.com. That's VesteraTurnkey.com.
Did you see my comment, and that's why you said Poodle Lady, or you were just already coincidentally thinking the same thing?
Her voice. I didn't see any comment.
Oh, okay. So you were just on the
Comment
same
where,
wave
on
as
YouTube?
I. Yeah,
No,
I
I
put
haven't
it.
been
Hey,
on
this
YouTube.
sounds like Poodle Lady.
What does the LVCRO stand for?
Lover?
It's Poodle LVRCO.
Poodle
Lady
Lover,
Lover, Colorado.
Poodle Lover,
Why don't
Colorado.
you just leave it as Poodle Lady?
Might already be taken.
It might have been taken. I'm going to tease that wallet story right into next Tuesday. I'm a little embarrassed to tell it.
I'm sorry. I didn't know
To be
you'd be
quite honest.
embarrassed. It was just when you mentioned your little insert wallet, I just started laughing.
Yeah. Let me tell you, it's real funny till it happens to you.
Oh, that would never happen to me.
Does it involve the Poodle Lady?
Is it like one of those things where you're looking for your glasses and they're on your face?
Yeah. Or on your head.
I lost my wallet. I've looked everywhere. I can't find it.
It's in your pocket.
It's in my pocket. Exactly.
My husband does that all the time with his cell phone. He's like,
Nice.
no.
Talking on his cell phone.
He's
going, I
talking
can't
on
find
his
it.
cell phone, and he literally will tell me, I cannot find my cell phone. Don't know why.
I didn't know about that. What did you call that again? An ILET.
Yeah.
What's it stand for?
Irrevocable Life Insurance Trust.
Okay. I bet that's something. Do you ever, I'm sure this happens, but how often does someone call you up and they need help and they're like, well, we knew Aunt Janine or Mom had life insurance, but we have no idea what company or anything. Does that happen a lot?
It does not happen to us personally a lot, but it is a hard problem to solve. If you're...
You almost have to hire someone to do just that research.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably, there's asset hunters that might be able to find it, but it is like there's not a centralized database of life insurance. So, yeah, it's a tricky situation. I think I saw a 60 Minutes story like years ago where they're like, there's a lot of unclaimed life insurance out there.
God.
There is?
Oh, yeah. People who died and should be paid out, and the life insurance company hasn't been told.
I always think of the Big Lou commercials where he's talking about, are you on your third wife? And she wants more life insurance than your first two wives.
Those don't go to the Colorado Great Payback.
How would they know they're dead?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when that would happen.
After 200 years. Probably never. I mean, no matter what, you'd have to have a death certificate if you're the insurance company before you even think of anything. Mm-hmm. That is a crazy argument, though, because you're like, okay, it's been 150 years. and there's an $8 million policy.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, now that you know who that is, Poodle Lady, I would just bump her bill up a little more. Once you hire him, that's it. You got to pay Poodle Lady. On the air or not.
We're working on direct billing through the show.
When I was dating after my divorce, my son had...
Rest of them, it's just made great.
Afternoons 2 to 4 on Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
All right, 303-713-8255. Gene's got a question. I'll tell you what, Dan, people want to know, man. People want to know what to do when they're thinking about death. I mean, really, it's crazy and it's inevitable no matter what, right? Have you ever met anybody that didn't die? No.
A lot of people. You haven't died?
No, that's true. You know what I mean. They aren't going to die. That's good, though. Hey, Gene, what's your question?
Yeah, I had a will made out to my niece, and she passed away about 2 or 3 months ago. So do I have to make out a new will, or will it just automatically go to her husband?
It depends on what that will says. I mean, usually it would not. I mean, the spouse is not the next person in line. If it says, like, to my niece, per stirpes, or by representation is usually the language, something like that, that is saying to her kids. I don't know if she had kids.
Yeah.
Okay. But you could specify. You could maybe the will says that. You just have to see, like, what does the will say? Usually it has something in there about, what happens if this person I've left things to is not here.
Let's bring that one more. Hold on, Gene. Let's bring that one more step. So if she is married and doesn't have kids, and it basically says it goes to her, what happens to it?
I mean, at that point, it's probably following state law, and Gene's... Whoever Gene's heirs at law would be next.
So it could be your sister, it could be your cousin, it could be whatever.
Gene's.
Yeah, Gene's.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she had a daughter.
Okay.
She had a daughter.
I mean, most of the time it says if this person has passed away, then to their descendants. But you should read it and make sure that's what it says.
I don't know. I misplaced the will.
Well, all you have to do, Gene,
hang on a minute.
just do a new one.
I mean, if he just said he misplaced it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
just do a new one.
I mean, what it says doesn't matter if you can't find it.
Boy, that's a good point. Well, literally.
What's your number then?
I'll give it to you right here. You ready?
Yeah.
It's so easy. 833-CO plans, as in Colorado. 833-CO plans. What number is that? Do you know off the top of your head, Dan?
I do not.
What's your local number? Do you know?
It's 303-578-2745.
Or coplans.co. But, Gene, give them a call. I mean, really, those are great questions you have. But if you don't have a will and you lost it, I mean, if you lose a will, basically you don't have a will, right? I mean, there's no... Yeah.
She has
I actually can give him the number.
Oh, great. Make sure you do that. And then Tracy, really quick, because we're coming up on a break, but I'll pick you up on the other side. What is your question for Dan?
Hello?
Yeah, Tracy, what's your question? Really quick, because we got a hard break.
Yeah, I'm already the trustee of my grandmother's trust, and it's 30 years old, and I have some cousins that will end up inheriting when my mom passes. And they're asking me if there's a way we can close this thing up earlier than it says in the trust.
All right, hold tight. I guess I understand that. I assume you understand that question, Dan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what is that time frame? I guess I don't quite. I guess I don't I guess I don't understand what he's asking.
I mean, I think they're saying, like, look, this trust, whatever it's doing, is probably, like, everybody involved is in agreement. Like, let's just wrap this up and make the distributions now.
Got it.
Maybe.
Instead of waiting.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We'll figure that out and a lot more. By the way, 303-713-8255. Any questions you have for Dan? And, of course, you've been ripped off or taken advantage of. You got a bad landlord, a bad contractor, a bad anything. Give us a call. Now, next hour, I promise I will tell my wallet story.
I'm going to help you, Mark.
Yeah, she helped me a lot there on that one. 303-713-8255. Don't forget, help@troubleshooter.com. You can email us anytime. We'll get back to you sometimes right at night, and I'm not kidding. You can send contracts, pictures, everything. Help@troubleshooter.com. And then, of course, 303 Martino. You can leave a message anytime. Sometimes we actually answer. We got a lot more coming up. Another hour to go right here on the Troubleshooter Show. You're getting a ton of play today, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You know, the other attorney I want to get on, it's going to have to be remote, but I want to get our IP guy on. Trenner. That Elvis Presley stuff made me think of him.
We're talking about Tom's relish tray again on YouTube.
Oh, my God. Okay.
But here's the thing. If we have a holiday party, I'm definitely inviting Savvy and Tom, and he definitely is bringing me a relish tray.
Do you know what a relish tray is, Dan?
I do not.
Okay, so for the life of me, now we're talking to a very smart man. He's an attorney. He passed the bar. He's a very smart guy no matter what. And I never heard in my life of a relish tray. I'm thinking, who in the hell would put relish on a tray and bring it to a party? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And they're like, no, everybody knows what a relish tray is. And anybody I ask has the answer you do. No one under the age of 70 knows what the hell a relish tray is. Maybe you've had one, but no one knows what it is.
You've had it.
It's a tray of...
You just didn't know it's called a relish tray, maybe, right?
Because no one calls it a relish tray.
Kind of, but without the...
I don't think they generally have meat. I think it's more like relish and carrots and dip and olives and little pickles.
Yeah. It's so dumb.
Oh,
no one's ever heard of it.
Dollar, you are bringing your olive on your little...
What are you even talking about for when?
Well, I was just saying if we have a holiday party, I would definitely... Savvy and I are buds, and Tom is great.
Here's what it says. It's a platter of assorted pickles in briny things. Who the hell would ever even want one? Have you ever heard of it? Have you ever heard of a relish tray?
I would have expected like a charcuterie board.
Yeah, it's not.
Kind
There's
of,
no
but
meat.
It doesn't have meat.
No.
What do you mean, no? I'm reading the fucking description of it.
No, a relish tray is relish. It's what you put on
a hot dog.
You know, different. No, it's kind of with
Shred-up
charcuterie, but it's...
There's no meat on it.
No.
It's assorted pickles and briny items.
Yes, olives.
Okay. Oh, hey, can you come to my party? Oh, what should I bring? A relish tray. Said no one ever for any party ever.
Okay, first of all, what parties are you going to?
There goes that Fry voice again. What party are you going to?
Savvy, so it's just cute that her hubs makes the relish tray. He's famous for it.
How do you get vocal fry?
What?
First of all,
the best relish tray is my red beers.
Oh, well?
It says these savory tidbits you can also add a little cheese cubes to.
What about, can you put pickled herring on there?
Excuse me, does your relish tray have tidbits as well? And if so, please don't come to my party.
Let's hear Mark pronounce charcuterie.
With the carrot sticks and celery and ranch?
I don't even say charcuterie.
What? Are you talking
But if you did
about
say it, it would be with perfect diction.
Pickled okra, pickled green beans. You can pickle anything, Mark.
What's on it? Pickles, dill pickles, pickled beets, asparagus, mushrooms, and Brussels sprouts. Oh, please bring a relish tray to my house.
I'm doing it.
Oh, my God. What's the purpose of it, it says? To keep people away from your party. That's the whole purpose of a relish tray.
So Savvy's invited, but Tom's not.
Oh my God, I'm going to bring a relish tray. I was going around to people at the brewery going literally, have you ever heard of a relish tray? Because I thought he was making it up. Like it's something his family did and his family only.
They do have really good pickled, like, peppers.
Well, okay, it says olives.
All the stuff Mark doesn't eat.
Pickled onions.
Would you do a veggie tray with like celery and carrots?
Crudité.
A veggie tray with some ranch dip or something, that's normal.
Yeah.
That's
No one brings dill pickles and olives to a party.
Kelly does.
Tom does.
Maybe that's why I never get invited back. Because that's what I always bring.
It says some include stuffed olives with pimentos and nuts.
Pimentos.
$8, but you can bring you'll still bring the hot appetizer. Okay, still, you can bring the relish tray too.
Okay, anybody shows up with the relish tray, guess what? You're not coming in my house. So, okay, try me, Dollar. Try me.
I'm going to make a relish tray this week.
Try me.
Oh, do it.
Yeah.
Do it, Suzanne.
Oh, please use those huge olives, too. Those real big ones.
With the stuff.
Throw some raw onions
I
on
have
it.
jalapenos in my olive.
The whole thing sounds like it would smell really bad. The whole thing.
No, it actually is pretty good. You'd
Pretty
like it.
good. I got vocal fry.
You want me to sing happy birthday to you? I did.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
I did. I sang it to Michael Brown and it was that creepy. I'm not even.
Terrible.
I'm not even joking.
Tell us about your vernacular.
This is a PG-13 show. She's not telling us about her vernacular.
I said vernacular. Tell us about where your vernacular comes from.
Maybe a pig, but no vernaculars.
Tell us
We
about
do not want to know about Kelly's vernacular.
Tell us all about your vernacular, Kelly. From California, her California vernacular. I said, Kelly, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. She goes, you don't understand my vernacular. I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
You're married. I shouldn't be seeing your vernacular.
I don't need to know about your vernacular. I don't want to know about your vernacular.
Like, okay, I'm totally going to Valley Girl right now.
There you
all
are.
right, so just shut the hell up.
I get
and
it.
do
You
your
talk
show.
like that in high school, didn't you? Don't lie.
No.
Where'd you go to college? I forget.
Purdue.
They all talk like that at Purdue.
Oh no, it wasn't very.
Too bad you don't have a good basketball team.
They didn't have a beach. They all thought I lived on Beverly Hills 90210.
That's what I think of when I think of people from there. They go to Purdue.
You think I saw a lot of vernaculars in my job?
She probably had relish trays for lunch. Oh, please pass the olives at my Super Bowl
Brought
party.
her relish tray.
Purdue is a wonderful school.
Yeah, they always do so well in the March Madness.
$1, I love egg salad. That grosses Mark out, but I love it.
Now I'm working here.
I remember getting a call during March Madness from the airport one time.
House spot. Green bean sandwiches.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help come and make.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Welcome, my friends, to the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. Our goal is to make your life a little bit better. If you ever been ripped off or need advice on anything, truly, 303 Martino is the only number you need. It works on and off the air. Right now, you can get through. We have two lines open. 303 Martino, 303 Martino. Call now. We have Dan McKenzie in studio. Dan deals with wills, probate, trust, anything, asset protection we were talking about a little bit last hour, and you've gotten a lot of questions on stuff, Dan. And when he's not here, you can reach Dan at 833-CO-PLANS. I love that phone number, 833-CO-PLANS, or his website, coplans.co. Now, we've got a couple questions up for him. We got a couple lines open. I'm going to go to Tracy. I promise a wallet story will be told this hour. If you don't know what I'm talking about, my lovely wife, Suzanne, brought up...
Because we were just on vacation.
Yeah, we were on vacation. We were in Hawaii, and basically I do not have that wallet anymore. And it's a very traumatic story. It really was. I'm not kidding you. By any means, even when she texted our kids, and she did it before I could say anything, I would have never went there, but it was too late. Once you hit text, it's out there. But I will tell the story, and it all became up because a lady lost her wallet in the casino.
And you started talking about your wallet insert.
And speaking of the casino call, it was a crazy call first hour. This woman is on her honeymoon in Las Vegas at the Westgate Hotel. They got to change rooms because they're having all kinds of plethora of problems with the room. So they change rooms, and a day later, she goes, oh, no, I left my edibles, my weed, and my wallet in the safe. And we all had the same thing, like, how are you in Vegas without your wallet and not notice it missing? Well, she basically put her money and her license and stuff in a smaller wallet to carry around, or a fanny pack, or whatever she used. And that made Suzanne think of me losing my wallet. But Deputy Doc, did you leave a message with security at Westgate?
I was unable. I did. Excuse me. I left a message with the person that
that's involved. Oh, you left the message with the caller.
With risk management.
Got it. All right, risk
I
management.
don't know my voice. Sorry about that.
No problem. 303-713-8255. Now, Tracy, what is your question?
Hello?
Hey, Tracy, what's your question?
Yeah, so I'm the trustee of my grandmother's trust. It's almost 28 years old now, the trust is. And basically it has some farmland in it, and then it has stocks and bonds. And as it's written, her daughter inherits all the income off of it during her lifetime. And then after she passes away, her 5 grandchildren go ahead and get the trust, all the assets out of it. But it's written to where first we sell all the stocks and give it to them right after the death, but then 5 years has to wait before we can sell the farmland. And this trust is lasted, I think, a lot longer than my grandmother thought. I've already lost one cousin, and the other ones are getting pretty old now. And one approached me the other day wondering, when the day does come, that her daughter passes away, do we still have to wait that 5 years, or if everybody agrees, can we close up this trust? Or?
It is possible. What state is the trust in? Kansas. Okay, so probably governed by Kansas law. If we're in Colorado, there are ways to get private agreements among beneficiaries of estates and trusts to change things, but there is a process for just making sure we've really taken into account everybody who has any interest at all. So you just got to be a little bit careful about that. I wouldn't just, kind of dissolve it based on conversations.
Hey,
there
Dan,
is a process.
Hey, Dan, in that case, if everybody agreed, I'd understand it. But let's say 5 people agree and the 6th is like, no, I want to keep that income from the stocks and bonds coming. I don't want to do it. Does that put the kibosh on the whole thing?
I mean, there's a chance, even with the agreement, that frankly you're going to need a court to sign off on it. There are a lot of situations where even with agreement among everybody, I mean, the most important person is not here to really sign off on this thing. And so you might have to go petition a court to give a final stamp of approval. It's a lot easier if you can say everybody in this agrees. Obviously, if you have a situation where it's 5 and 3, it's going to be harder.
That would be a lot harder, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, Tracy?
I appreciate it.
You got it, man. All right. Call Dan up, honestly, too, if you want to start looking into that endeavor and start moving forward. 833-CO-PLANS. Oh, yeah, you can't do Kansas, so that's my bad. Yeah. You're just Colorado, right? Do you guys do any other states?
Just Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah.
833 CO Plans, Dan McKenzie. We got some lines open. 303 Martino, 303-713-8255. Call in right now. Any questions you have. Okay, so I'm on the spot now. Wallet story. So we're on the Big Island.
Yeah, on top of Mauna Kea.
Yep. So if you ever go to Mauna Kea, first of all, it's kind of ridiculous that everybody there, all the locals and the tour guides, they say it's the tallest mountain in the world. It's not. Okay. Yeah. A lot of it's underwater. I don't know who counts that. They go, it's 28,000 feet. Okay, fine. If you want to count what's underwater, but what's above water is 13,800 or 13,700. It's big. I mean, there's no doubt.
It's big.
And
it's tall.
So I want to kind of understand this. We go on this tour. It's like 7 hours.
And it's sunset and stargazing, which is incredible, Mark.
It's a great tour. But they basically pick you up at your resort, and then you drive to kind of not the summit. You end up going to the summit later on, but you go to basically the gift shop, if you will, or the last place before the summit, but you're still pretty high. So you're basically at sea level in the van. By the time you get to the gift shop or whatever, you're probably 6,000 to 8,000 feet.
Yeah.
And then you go up to the summit. So when you get out at the gift shop, it's cold. And we kind of knew this was going to happen, but because when you're at the resort and it's 85 degrees out and it's Hawaii, you really don't think about it. But I was smart enough to go, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw a pair of sweats in our bag and bring them in case if it really is as cold as it could be. And let me tell you something. It was cold as hell.
It was frigid.
It was frigid. I almost got frostbite when we got to the summit. But so we stopped at that 6,000 feet prior to the summit. And I decide at this point, holy crap, it is really cold out here. And I've got shorts on. So I go and I get my sweats and I'm going to go ahead and change. And what was available right there was porta potties. So I go into this porta potty where there's probably already 10,000 people that have gone through there that day, and it smells horrible. It's just the most horrible thing in the world. They're horrible. Picture the worst one you've been in. This was more horrible. Okay? I don't know why. It was. But I didn't even have to use it. I just had to change. So I take my shorts off, and I'm trying to basically hold them because I'm not going to put my shorts down anywhere in this damn porta potty. So I bite them with my teeth, and I'm holding my shorts. Well, my little mini wallet, when I travel anywhere, I usually lock up my wallet in the safe, and I put my license, and I put maybe $100 in the credit cards I use most into this little tiny, tiny wallet. It's about the size of a credit card. As I'm holding my shorts with my teeth, my mini wallet falls into the absolute worst place I have ever seen on the face of this earth, right into the crapper. Right into the crapper. And it starts sinking. I have a choice to make here. You got to go through
decisions when you're on top of a mountain on vacation.
The $100 didn't bother me whatsoever. The credit cards, I only had 2 of my credit cards in there. I could have canceled in a heartbeat. Didn't care. I'd cancel them right on my phone. And then it dawned on me. TSA. I'm not going to have my license. I don't know how they're going to let me go through and get on the plane. Not to mention, we had inter-island trips already there. It wasn't like one plane back. We had multiple airline adventures ahead of us at this point in the trip. And I am just thinking, I have no choice but to reach in and grab this thing. But I was still contemplating it because my brain was like, no way, it's not going to happen. And then the other side of my brain was like, you got to have that license. What are you going to do? This is going to be horrible. How do I get another license? So I reached in.
Oh, no.
I reached in and got it. At this point, I've probably been in there. Suzanne knew I was going in there. I said, I'll be right back. I'm just going to throw these sweats on. I mean,
because I'm outside going, what the heck is taking so long? Did he get sick? Something happened with his clothes?
So
did he lose a shoe?
So I fish it out, and I grab it, and it's absolutely horrible. My arm is just covered. It's horrible. Yeah, I can't even tell you how horrible it is. And then, of course, you know what they give you in there. There's no sink or anything.
It's the COVID sanitizer.
You got sanitizer. So I sat there, and basically, I took my shorts and used that as a towel, if you will, and wiped off everything I possibly could. And I got my wallet sitting there, and I'm just putting sanitizer on it by just handfuls of it. Literally, I'm drenching everything. I got rid of the cash. I didn't even care about the cash. The credit cards, I cleaned extremely well with the sanitizer. Then I did what any normal person would do. I grabbed my license, like I said, sanitizer, just covered them in sanitizer. And I threw the wallet back in there. There was no way I was going to keep this wallet at that point. So I come out, and I'm probably just, I don't even know what look I had on me.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm going to tell Suzanne at this point, because I know she's going to be
You
like,
were dying.
Oh,
your
my
face
God.
said it all. I knew there was something went on in that porta potty that I did not want to be a part of, Mark.
I would have lost. If it was my phone, I wouldn't have even messed with it. I got a $1,300
Well, the
phone.
phone would have sank. You're just lucky that thing stayed on top.
Yeah, it stayed about it kind of stayed on top. It stayed about 2 inches on top of
For those of you eating lunch
stuff.
out there.
It stayed on top of stuff.
Mark, I got to tell you, you're a braver man than I am.
Hey, Mark,
if it wasn't a phone, if it was the phone, I wouldn't have done it. So hold on a second. What would you have done, Dragon?
He would have cut his losses. He would have just stayed in Hawaii and not left.
I mean, because you're in Hawaii, so it's not a foreign country.
No.
So maybe if you're like in Egypt or Japan or India, then maybe you dive in after it. But it's Hawaii. It's one of the states.
It's a pain in the ass without a license.
Hey, Mark. Mark
Hold on. Oh, Shemansky.
Mark Shemansky just texted me from Genesis Total Exteriors.
Hold on.
He says, this tops the Bronco game.
So
you're cursed.
Dan, you probably haven't heard this one, and I'll tell this one really quick. A good friend and also an advertiser with me, Mark Shemansky, brings Suzanne and I to a Broncos game.
With his wife.
With his wife. Season tickets. So we're sitting there, and their tickets are really good. I don't remember what section, but it's the last four on the aisle. So he's got 4 seats, and you're right next to the walkway to go up the stairs or down the stairs to the concessions. And we're sitting there. This is last year. And we're having a great time, really, just having a great time.
And you're sitting on the end.
And they're playing the Raiders.
Near the aisle.
I am, like, basically
You're at
on
the aisle,
end.
yeah.
I'm at the aisle. And Raiders are getting their butts kicked. It's a good game. It's home. We're just all having a good time. And all of a sudden, I feel something hit my arm. And I'm like, what in God's name is that? I thought a Raiders fan spit on me. I legitimately thought that.
Somebody spit on me.
I was like, someone just spit on me. And as I look, this woman is passing me with another woman. She's an old lady.
She's splattering out her butt.
She's splattering so bad.
It's on like 30 stairs, Mark.
It's all over. She has got, I don't know what was like medically wrong with her, but I've never seen anything like it.
It smelled like something was medically wrong.
They ended up literally closing down the section, but she went on my arm. Literally went on my arm.
People were slipping on it.
People were slipping down the stairs. So I literally get up and I'm running for the bathroom. I get into the bathroom and I'm cleaning with soap and I'm putting everything on. I'm getting there. I wouldn't even go back to the seat. She ends up in an ambulance. They blocked off the entire bathroom, the women's bathroom. Whoever she was with brought her in there. They wouldn't let anybody in. They barricaded the bathroom. EMTs showed up, so I'd never even know what happened to her. But never in my life have I seen anything like that. She literally, I was 3 feet away, and as much was on her pants and stuff, when she continued to do whatever, it was blowing it in every direction. Wow.
We need a break, Mark.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and
on, during the course, not intentionally, but during the course, having gone through all that, don't think I would have done what you did.
That was a crazy deal, man.
That took humongous going, let me tell you.
There's a thing called cost per accusation. Geez, I just can't talk after that story I was talking. There's a cost to acquiring a new customer. And the guys at Fix-It came up with something that's great. You can spend an acquisition cost of, say, $70 per person. When I had my Goodyear stores, our average customer cost me about $40 to walk through. And that would be through a loss leader, like a $9.95 oil change or whatever special I was running. So you'd have that cost. What the guys at Fix-It have done is great. In fact, it's a genius. They have a deal right now for $39 for a new customer. They're going to come out and clean your furnace. It's not this BS where they're going to come out and try to sell you stuff for it. They're going to come out and tear it apart. You're going to see your furnace in pieces if you care to watch. They're going to spend probably 2 hours doing all this, then putting it back together. Now, the benefit of that, not just to make it look shiny, the number one killer of a furnace is literally dirt. So they get rid of all that. And then when they're done, they slap a sticker on it, a no breakdown guarantee. Now, they're going to introduce their company that does plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, drain cleaning. They're going to introduce their company by doing this for you to show how great they are and what a value they are. And they're going to do it all for $39. You're not going to get a better deal anywhere. $39. And if somebody says they can do the same thing, they're lying. All they're trying to do is sell you something. Call for the deal. FixMyHome.com. Go there, get the number. You can book online. FixMyHome.com. Soon as it starts getting cold, which can happen next week, the deal goes away. FixMyHome.com. You can fire off, Estera. I can't believe Szymanski brought that up. That was, I don't know, the porta potty was way worse. No matter what, it was way worse.
That's what Marc Szymanski said.
Yeah, it was.
He's like, that tops.
Because one of them, first of all,
if you had to relive one of them, you would want to relive the Bronco incident.
Yeah, that's great. I'd rather have a woman shit on me than reach into a porta potty.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a porta potty is a lot of people.
It's 8 million shits and pisses.
That's so true, Dan.
Okay, and there's never a clean. I'm not going to say never in my life have I not seen a clean one. There has been some, but generally speaking, no one takes care of
I
these
will say
things.
the cleanest porta potties I've experienced was in Hawaii.
Was it?
On our audio tours, you would stop.
Yeah, like the parks.
Yeah, those audio tours are cool on that app.
What happened? All of a sudden, it's literally my jack's loose. Great. Microphones fall. Yeah, the other day we had 3 broken mics sitting next to me. Today this mic falls like usual. What's it like in KOA? What's it like over there?
What's it like over there?
It looks so nice. They got, really.
That's where the important people are.
Yeah, they don't allow the riffraff over there.
It looks so cool over there.
Yeah, they got fancy seats.
The whole thing's decked out.
Fancy computers.
They've got cameras.
They've got regular walls.
It's crazy. Yeah, they have walls.
They have walls that are normal walls.
Really, it's so beautiful over there.
Goodness.
Hey, Hey, see if you can get Henry Bretz on for me.
You talking to Kelly?
Yeah.
She's not there. Let me see if he's available.
Yeah, silly me. Silly me. What is up with her vocal fry, though? Am I the only one that just today she's like, hello? It's crazy.
Who knows?
I'm going to see. Someone said, I just logged in. Someone said, put up a poll.
Gary, well, he was wearing cargo shorts, like those cargo-y things you men wear. It would be hard to, and they were like those thin sweats. They weren't like baggy sweats. They were like athletic pants. It was his Lululemons. He was putting on his Lulus.
Let's get Bonnie Shields on.
Oh, she'd side with me every time. She knows what I go through.
K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. 630 K-How, an iHeartRadio station.
All right, 303-713-8255. I just put a poll up on our YouTube.
And it's, would you have retrieved the wallet or not?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Call in, people. Let us know if you would have retrieved it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go that far on it, but you can see the poll. 303-713-8255. I can't even think about those traumatic experiences anymore. I have received no less than 10 emails on the permanent lighting. 10 emails. 10. Now, what's even crazier, both of our neighbors, we only have 2 neighbors. We live on property out in Franktown. The 2 neighbors both reached out within what?
Within 2 days, and it's not even finished. They just see them lit up.
It's absolutely crazy. This product, I didn't even know this product existed. And I didn't. This isn't really, I guess it's kind of a commercial for him because I'm talking about it. But I don't understand why, someone wasn't doing this years ago. I don't even know how new it is, quite frankly. But it is so cool. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, they're permanent lights. They come out and all the lights sit in a track. The track is painted whatever the color of your house is. So even if it's an HOA, some kind of controlled neighborhood, the bottom line is it's no problem. You can get them done. You don't even see them. But then the second you go onto the app, it's like kablam.
Yeah.
It lights up your house in
many options, Mark.
Any color.
Moving patterns, colors,
anything.
themes.
Broncos games.
Yep.
You can have whatever colors you want. If you're an Eagles fan, you got the green and white. Anything you want. Thanksgiving. There's a bunch of presets that are super cool.
There's an autumn preset.
You can go like Christmas 1980s.
Oh, there's like 20 Christmas ones.
Christmas 2020. There's so many presets, but if you think about it, you got 1,000. Listen to this. You got 1,000 different colors. 1,000. They can be all one color. They can chase each other. They can do anything your imagination can come up with. There's like a control box that connects to your Wi-Fi, then your phone, and boom, you can do everything. You can even do it remotely. But it's remarkable. 1 million different options. Yeah. Over 1 million different options.
Yeah, so cool.
It is so cool. But what's blowing me away was both my neighbors. In fact, is that Jay? Is Jay on? Yes?
He is.
He is. Hey, Jay. Jay Bretz, owner of Excel Roofing. They're the ones doing my lights. Man, I got to tell you something. Both my neighbors, because they've seen your trucks over there and up there and putting the lights in, they both reached out and they're like, what are you guys doing? We're like, lights. And then the second neighbor yesterday, what's their names, by the way? Nate and
Barbara.
Nate and Barbara. They're kind of new neighbors. They bought that house maybe 6-7 months ago. But they called or texted Suzanne. They're like, we saw those lights last night. Tell us about them. I think both my neighbors have already contacted you guys to get out there and do them. Hey, how come you weren't doing these last year, Jay? And I'm not kidding. Like, whose brainchild was this? I think you guys missed so many sales. It's unbelievable. Once hail season's gone, I mean, I know you guys do gutter cleaning and all this other stuff, but how come you have not been doing these for the last 5 years?
You know, we've been looking for the right product, Mark, and we finally found that one on the metal strip that makes it almost hidden, which is so awesome. But this is the question I have
It's invisible.
for Suzanne. Suzanne, when is the last time that Mark has done anything that's made you this happy?
Oh, the
That's
lights.
putting me on that spot. These are the best.
Last night. Smart ass. Yeah, Jay Brett's funny man. Real funny.
The lights are so cool, and it's one of the best.
We love them, Jay.
To our product line. It really and truly, I mean, the new roof and new gutters, they look so nice, but the holiday lights are just so much, they're fun.
They're fun.
And Mark, you never have to get on another ladder again.
Well, I didn't. My kids are pissed because my idea of putting up Christmas lights was none.
Yeah.
None. Now that they're both moved out and on their own, we have the coolest lights ever.
Yeah, it was that thing on the ground that put like a little display in your garage.
So,
that
Jay,
was our idea of Christmas
Jay,
lights.
I swear to God, on Amazon, I bought this thing for $19, and I plugged it in by our water feature because there's outlets. And all it does is throw like lasers onto the side of the house, like in one circular pattern for $19. That's what I did every year for Christmas lights.
Well, you know, now that the kids are gone, we can actually afford.
Yeah, now that the kids are gone, we can afford permanent lights. They are so cool, and I do love the brand. Let me tell you, before I had you guys come out, you guys told me you were going to be doing them, and I was like, oh, that's funny. I've kind of been looking at these, but there's another brand out there called Jelly. They were twice the amount of what you guys have. Literally twice the amount, Jay.
Yeah, and the thing about jellyfish is that you're going to see the pucks. What you're seeing right there with the light strips,
they're hidden,
is just so much better.
And then your guys painted.
Out there.
Do you paint to match on all these?
That's an extra. It's an upcharge if we need to paint the metal strip to match the trim. But because it comes in the tan, the brown, white, and black, we match almost every trim color so close right off the bat. But this is what I want to mention: is everybody or most people see those lights. They see the signs on the corners that say, "Hey, we'll come hang up your Christmas lights."
Yeah.
The cost to do that is at least half or more of what it is to put up permanent lights.
And there's not 1,000 options.
There's not 1,000 options. And those guys have to come out and they hang the lights and then they take them down and then they store them and they charge you every single year. This is a one-time deal where you pay the money and you're done. And so that's what I like.
Jay, hold on. I got to take this, but I got a guy that's got actually a question on him. So hold on, both of you. I got to take this break, though. I have no choice. Hold on. He's a genius coming up with that. Why they haven't been doing that?
It's awesome.
Literally 10 emails. What was that one I hear Mark talking about, those lights? Who do I call?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Did you ever do criminal defense?
No.
You did IP stuff before, right?
No, like corporate, like class action.
Oh, class action. That's what it was.
But
Mark,
mostly consumer-like products.
what about your, you have this.
Yeah. Oh, man, U.S. to give Ukraine long-range target intel. Wow. That's like, Putin's right here.
We raised our kids wrong. There's just a thing. 11-year-old hacked a Swiss bank account and transferred his father $75 million.
Hold on, Doc. Joseph A. Lazara, here's an attorney I swear I hope you never need. He's a criminal defense attorney. He's one of the best out there. Look, if you've been accused of a crime, generally it's one of two things. One, you're guilty. Why do you need an attorney? Well, to get the best deal out there, and Joseph A. Lazara can do that for you. How? He knows all the judges. He knows the DAs up and down the Front Range. He's been doing this forever. They respect him. He'll get you the best deal. 2, you're innocent. Then what? Well, he can get in front of a jury of your peers and prove that to him and get you off. Either way, you have to have the best attorney. Please don't end up getting arrested and trying to Google attorneys near me. You're absolutely crazy. Put this in your phone right now. We've been talking with Joe, and he comes on the air all the time, answering questions for callers for over 15 years. 303-429-6200. Joseph A. Lazara. Put it in your phone, 303-429-6200. That is kind of funny. Trump said we're going to share all that. We're going to share our intel on inside targets, and all of a sudden Putin's ready to start talking again. I wonder if we should have just given them all the weapons back then. I don't know why this thing's been going on for 3-4 years.
We kind of need them.
Hey, YouTubers, I'm going to try to squeeze a discount out for you guys if you call them today if you want those lights. I'll try to squeeze it out. They'll come out and do a free estimate, and they're going to have a free estimate thing on. But let me see if I can't do something like that, because I know a lot of people have interest in it, and it is truly the coolest thing. Would you get them, Dan?
Yeah, I think they're cool. Yeah. I'm very lazy about putting lights out for Christmas. So.
It's a pain.
And it's even worse taking them down.
Well, not only that, but then you have every other holiday or sports game or graduation or anything you can imagine, a party. I mean, you have it.
Oh, yeah. Valentine. You can just, the options are endless with if somebody's birthday. Yeah.
Election night.
Patriot stuff for 4th of July. That's cool.
Are they special
Election
lights
night.
or just...
They're LEDs.
They're beautiful.
That's why
They're
you can
so
tune over 1,000 colors.
So if one goes out, it's just a couple of bucks to go buy another one.
Oh, I'm going to ask him about warranty on those. I don't know, but I mean, most LEDs
last forever.
More than you'd ever use lights outside.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good question, though. I do want to know about the warranty.
Good afternoon, Tom Martino Show.
Did you hear anything back from Tom?
Yeah.
Is it in here?
Sure. Mm-hmm. It's in our group text.
Oh, that's exactly, I swear to God, that's exactly what I said. Mm-hmm. I said he might just have the flu.
Who, Tom?
Yeah, he's feeling better.
The only thing about that is he's feeling really good today, or he's feeling a lot better. Usually you don't get over the flu that quick.
Did he get his flu shot? Is that why?
Yeah, but I think he's been feeling like crap for a week.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I got my flu shot yesterday.
I don't know if they'll give you a flu shot when you're on that radiation and stuff.
Oh.
I don't know how they
I don't know either.
We got our flu shots on Monday.
I mean, really, you're just shooting the virus into you, so I highly doubt they do. Sue's got her second
shingle
shot. Did you get the shingle shot yet, Dan?
No, I guess I'm close. I'm 50.
You should get it. It's painful.
Oh, I had one of my poker guys.
Those shots don't hurt.
He was just a horrible thing.
Oh, the second one kicked my butt a little bit. It feels like someone literally came up and just slugged you in the shoulder as hard as they can.
It hurts. It hurts like that for a couple days.
And it's the same. I asked her. It's the same caliber needle as the flu shot and most other shots, and none of those bother me at all. But for whatever reason, that damn one is just a ball buster.
Well, it's not the needle; it's what they're injecting.
Yeah,
exactly.
Tetanus is like that too. Tetanus can hurt.
I know I've gotten tetanus shots.
Shingles has been the worst for a shot feeling. For the actual stab, it's been the most painful.
I got my flu shot and felt like crap for about, just overnight. And I woke up the next morning, I was fine. But you do get a little bit of a flu reaction.
I never have. I just got my flu shot
Yeah, we got him on Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Your arm hurt.
Yeah,
Makes you sleep a little funky, I guess.
I don't know. I'll tell you the one that got her, man. She had one of the COVID shots. Holy shit, man. She was moaning in the middle of the night. I mean, it was like she was dying. It was...
For the same simple one-day treatment I received. AdvancedHair.com.
All right, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. I'm going to go right back to Jay Brest. By the way, we do have some lines open. Dan still has time to take some questions, and of course, we have time to take anything. But Dan McKenzie, I really appreciate him coming in today. COplans.co, wills, trusts, asset protection. That's a real big one. You need to talk to a good attorney, and Dan is our go-to guy. He's been with us many, many moons. Dan McKenzie, COplans.co or 833-CO-PLANS. Now, I'm going to bring Jay Bretz back up. We're talking about lighting. Now, the ones you guys sell, Jay, are Shaw Tech, but hold on. I want to lock you in. Mick has a comment on jellyfish lights. I assume you just mean generic, or what do you mean, Mick? What's your comment?
Yeah, so the jellyfish lights is what I know them as, and they have caused a major problem in our neighborhood with our neighbors and our HOA. They are the most annoying thing. You can imagine.
I love them.
Sitting out. Yeah, well, but you know, you've probably got enough space to where you don't see your neighbors.
Yeah.
But if you can imagine a neighborhood where, you know, you go out onto your back patio at night, and everybody has these lights, and they're all different colors. They're bright,
I'm going to tell you an easy, well, it's not easy, but I can tell you a fix for that. I mean, you basically go to your HOA and you amend the rules on lighting. I mean, that's how you would fix something like that. I personally wouldn't do that, but you're right. I don't live with a house on either side of me 5 feet away. I never even really thought about that.
I would never mind looking at lights. I think
maybe you're trying to go to sleep and they got those things blinking left and right. That would drive me crazy. Hey, Jay, have you dealt... Hold on, Mick. I really do appreciate what you're saying. If I live next, sandwiched in between two homes, 5 feet apart or 10 feet apart, and they're running those circles and patterns and all kinds of stuff you can do at 2 a.m., that might drive me a little crazy. But that's not the lights problem. That's a crappy neighbor.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's why they buy the lights, so they can do that.
Yeah.
And, pretty annoying.
Yeah, that's it. You know what? That's something I never would have thought of on it. Jay, have you had, well, I mean, honestly, once again, that's nothing to do with the lights. That's a bad neighbor.
That's a bad, thoughtless, inconsiderate neighbor.
I wonder if a lot of HOAs have... Jay, you live in an HOA, and you're doing research on that right now because you guys are selling these lights. Do a lot of HOAs, to your knowledge, actually have times you're not supposed to run lights, or do you know?
I have not heard of that one. What we have heard of is the HOA wants to make sure that they're consistent with the colors of the house, so you don't have, you know, something that looks...
Something that sticks out.
Something that sticks out and looks ugly. But I don't see this being any different than regular Christmas lights.
No, not at all.
I've got a guy in my neighborhood, and he's Clark Griswold, and he puts on these bright white lights, but he still only turns them on from like 8 o'clock at night to 10 o'clock, and then they're off. So I don't see that being I don't see the jellyfish or the Shaw Tech lights that we install being any different really from any other kind of Christmas light.
No, and I agree with you. Once again, that's a neighbor issue. That's got nothing to do with it because in Mick's situation in his neighborhood, they don't have to be jellyfish lights or permanent lights. You could probably string regular Christmas lights up, never take them off, and run them all the time.
Yeah,
I don't know why you would.
Want to live next to that. Would you want to live next to that, Mark?
Oh, hell no. I'd be like, hey, turn your lights off at 9 o'clock or whatever. Or, you know, whatever, man. I mean, that's nuts.
Yeah. But also, the really cool thing about these Shaw Tech lights is that you can turn up and down the dimness.
Yeah, I saw that.
Either dimmer or brighter.
Yeah.
So if you do have a neighbor that's annoyed, okay, let's go ahead and turn them down a little bit, and then hopefully that would resolve.
You know,
the problem.
that
And
rail
they have
system.
timers too. They have timers so they can automatically shut off.
Oh, yeah. Anything you can imagine inside of an app, these things have. But, Jay, I want to say this. You would never know when you asked me about the HOA thing. You wanted me to send you some pictures this morning because you guys are almost finished with my house and you're getting your own house done. I love how I got mine done first. In fact, Dominic told me my house came before yours. Is that true, or is he just blowing smoke?
That is absolutely true.
Good.
And you know what? I'm always customer first kind of guy.
Yeah.
It's not just because of you, Mark, but any other customer. If they had wanted to jump ahead in the line of me, I would have done it.
So anyhow, for people listening, so he sends me this text this morning saying, hey, I want to submit this to my HOA to get them on my own house. And I sent them to you. I was going to tell you, though, you cannot see those lights on my house unless they're on. You simply cannot see them. You would have to know they're there. That whole railing system where they kind of snap in and get installed to is phenomenal. It is the cleanest install I've ever saw, and there is no way anybody would know we had those lights unless they were on. There's just no way, Jay.
That's absolutely right. I showed that picture to one of my guys today just because to prove the point you're saying. And I told him, what are we looking at here? And he said, oh, it looks like a nice gutter. He could not even see the light.
You can't see it.
I pointed him out. He said, oh, yeah, there is some lights installed back behind the gutter. But otherwise, without pointing it out, you would not even notice. And that's what I think is the beauty of this system. Because if you go to Amazon and all these other places and you look at the permanent holiday lighting, you're going to see the pucks. That are like 1.5 inches, 2 inch in diameter, and you see the cord also.
Look,
normally they're white.
These are things you're going to have in your family house forever. They're beautiful. You can do anything with them. And the guy that programs some of those boxes, I know for a fact that guy's going to have tricks coming up in the future. You're going to have constant updates to the app. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Let me see if I can twist your arm on something. If someone calls today that's listening to this, you're already half the price of Jellyfish, and I think a better product because they're hidden better. People are going to love them. But regardless, is there anything you can do for people today if they call up on this since I've had you on?
Oh, man, you put me on the spot. Okay.
I know, that's why I did it. That was that whole Suzanne comment that we began with. So, gotcha.
My secretaries, they wonder if you're going to put me on the air again. For the next 5 callers that calls up, we will give 10% off on the holiday lighting. 303-761-6400. We will do 10% off for the next 5 Martino.
Yeah, five only, guys, and you'll find out why too. Even if you're not in the 5 and you're listening to this on a podcast, they're still half the price of everybody else. I mean, it's unbelievable. You're going to be happy, and the product's great. Jay, I appreciate you calling in. You must have heard me talking about them. Seriously, both my neighbors, they're so cool. I can't put it any other way. This Sunday when the Broncos and Eagles are playing, I'm going to have both colors up running, and I can time it out. I can even hit a button when the Broncos have possession. It could be orange and vice versa. It's just crazy. You can program them whatever you want. excelroofing.com, or call them up, first 5, 303-761-6400. I got to take this break. We'll be right back. Close it up with Dan McKenzie.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Dan, I'm going to be asking you, who should be calling,
Good afternoon, Tom Martino.
No lies. How do you want to close up? You want me to push on anything in particular, or what's your...
He's not, actually. You'll have to call back tomorrow.
I think I'll talk about divorce again. Big changes,
Call
any kind of
Yeah.
big changes.
If you want to give me your name
Any
and
change
number,
in
I can
family,
call you at
birth or
10 a.m.
death, or marriage or divorce are all.
That's
triggers.
exactly what I'm going to ask you. What kind of changes in someone's life where they need to call you? What are the big ones?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And then I'm going to ask you, too, because we get this question a lot, is like, if I had my estate planning done in Texas, is it valid here, or should I redo it? Should I have an attorney? Is it going to be valid? Because we have a lot of, in fact, I'll use California because we have probably more transplants from California than anywhere else. So that's probably the best example. And then this sounds crazy, but what if someone did move from like Canada or a
I was
different
just
country?
thinking that too. Like, can you transfer your?
Yeah, how does that work in real life? Have you ever dealt with someone that called up and they're opening probate and everything was done in London or somewhere?
It has certainly out of country assets come up, and it's kind of governed by the country's assets or country's estate laws.
Got it.
So
that's
now
a
I tell
huge-
people like, look, Colorado doesn't control Kansas property, right? The guy was from Kansas earlier, so you kind of got to probably talk to a Kansas person.
Yeah, let alone Europe.
Yeah, yeah.
How about, I'll do it on air, but how about ones like Texas where you have strange homestead and stuff? That's
I mean,
a big
Texas
one.
is, you got that, and then you got the community property laws that are different than separate property states like we are. So,
here he is, Big Lou.
Big Lou. He's on number 2 or something.
Mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-859-3220. Big Lou is intimately familiar.
I love Big Lou.
And if you're 50 to 60,
But you know what? If you remember the commercial, that's
I
what
love
he's-
Big Lou. I
that's
love
what
his
he's paying
commercials.
for.
Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million.
Are you on wife number 3? My 5th wife wants the same policy my 4th wife wanted. Dan, did you know if you were married to 3 women, each of them 10 years, okay, or longer, 3 women, 4 women, each one 10 years though, every single one of them over 10 years would get spousal benefits for Social Security.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be 1/3; it would be total, right?
It's total. Whatever the spousal, they all get the same benefit, which is crazy.
When you pass
because
away?
that comes from the rest of us.
When you pass away?
Yeah, the spousal benefits.
Well,
which is typically 50%.
I better tell my
So if you're
ex-wife
getting
that.
5,000, each of them would get 2,500 if they were married to you for 10 years.
Wow. I should tell my ex-wife, make sure she knows that.
If you were married to her over 10 years.
25.
Oh, hell yeah. Definitely qualified.
I'm good. No.
Your eyeballs were over there. I was like, what's on that counter I can't throw away?
That happened
Tomorrow's
once.
car day, right?
Yeah.
Once.
And it'll never be forgotten.
Oh my God. Both of you guys can kiss my ass. Happened once. It was funny.
Then the dude quits. Yeah, see how important that Tupperware was to him. Jeez.
I was trying to be tidy.
Versus Media podcast host joins us Thursday on Ryan Schuling Live.
All right, 303-713-8255. I want to thank Dan McKenzie. A few things on closing, though, Dan. When people start thinking about estate planning and they already have, let's say they have a will, of course, and they have a trust or whatever they've set up, at what point do people need to call you? And here's what I mean about that. If they live in Texas, where there's like homestead laws that we don't have when it comes to their house, when they move here, should they call up and basically call you and talk to you about a new trust or a new will because the laws are so different? Or how about if they move from just Kansas? We had a call from Kansas today. And then what life-changing things, like a divorce, I would assume, but what kind of things, if someone already has something set up, they need to call an estate planner like you?
Yeah, I think moving is always a good reason, and then any change in family, either from marriage or divorce, birth or death, are kind of the key triggering events.
I love it. Dan McKenzie, you can reach him, 833-CO-PLANS. Great guy. You'll hear him again. 303-CO-PLANS, coplans.co. Listen, tomorrow's Car Friday. We got a lot cooking. 303 Martino, help at troubleshooter.com. Have a good day.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino and stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Just so permanent LED lighting for your home to celebrate the holidays, a sports game, or even a birthday. Cleverly hidden until they burst to life. Using your smartphone, thousands of colors and patterns, millions of options. Light up your life with Excel Roofing, where every day can be a holiday. Free estimates in just a few minutes. ExcelRoofing.com. Excel as in excellent. That's EXCEL. ExcelRoofing.com.
People who work at Rocky Flats may have serious health issues. If you worked at Rocky Flats or any other DOE nuclear site, I want you to be aware of a federal program offering up to $400,000 tax-free and free home health care for life. Trusted Ally Home Care can check if you qualify. Now, if you worked at Rocky Flats or any other DOE weapons site, I want you to contact Trusted Ally today. Call them at 720-881-9633 or go online, trustedally.com.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. That's right. They can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on the free iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franz, and it's day 2 of the federal government shutdown with 750,000 workers furloughed, many of them working without pay. Democrats say that they are fighting to preserve health care benefits and premiums for millions of Americans. The White House vowing to carry out mass layoffs. ABC's Karen Travers has more on White House reaction.
They don't want to negotiate, and they've been very clear that they're not going to negotiate while the government is shut down. They want to get the government reopened, and according to the press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, then there can be a conversation on the policy issues, but not right now while the government is shut down.
Congress could vote on a stopgap measure tomorrow when they return. In the UK, authorities arrested 2 people and another suspect killed in an attack outside a synagogue today on the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur. Officials say it began as a car ramming attack and then a knife attack. Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs will be sentenced tomorrow in New York City on 2 prostitution-related offenses. This is ABC News. A judge is blocking the release of graphic photos taken after the murder of 4 University of Idaho students in 2022. Convicted killer Brian Kohberger is serving life without parole.
Families of the victims have fought release of crime scene photos. Now a judge in Idaho ruling the dissemination of incredibly disturbing photos across the internet where victims' families could inadvertently see them is an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy. The judge ordering the city of Moscow